Hello, everybody. A very good evening to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, my heart pounds with excitement as we reach the final stages of the 46th edition of International Film Festival of India in Goa. And what an extravaganza we've had in the last 11 days or so. What a festival we had. And did we ever doubt it, Premvada?
गोवा में आयोजित भारत के 46वें अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म समारोह के समापन समारोह में दूरदर्शन की तरफ से आप सभी का स्वागत करते हैं। 20 नवंबर 2015 के दिन इसी जगह पर यानी कि डॉक्टर श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी स्टेडियम में खड़े होकर हमने आपसे मुलाकात की थी जब उद्घाटन समारोह के लिए आपसे बात कर रहे थे और इस उद्घाटन समारोह में कई सारे दिग्गज फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के शामिल थे। इस उद्घाटन समारोह को हमने आप तक पहुंचाया था और आज 11 दिनों के बाद 10 दिनों के बाद इस 11 दिन के समारोह में आपसे फिर मुलाकात कर रहे हैं क्योंकि आज समापन समारोह है। क्या कुछ नहीं एक्सपीरियंस किया है हमने, क्या कुछ नहीं अनुभव किया है हमने इन पिछले कुछ दिनों में। कितने ही लोगों से मुलाकातें की है, बातें की है, कितनी ही सारी फिल्में देखी है, लोगों के बारे में फिल्मों के बारे में डिस्कशन सुना है और कई सारी बातें अक्षय जिन्हें हमने लोगों तक बारी बारी पहुंचाया भी है।
Absolutely, Premvada. Really, we've enjoyed the last 10 days or so. How swiftly those days have gone by, we just didn't realize because there was so much to see. There was so much to be part of. There was not only films, but there were a lot of interesting people to talk to. You know, all those intelligent and people sharing their wisdoms. I mean, that's what makes a festival like this so successful and so much we look forward to it. The reason is pretty much there for everyone to see.
और ख़ास तौर पर मैंने कई लोगों से ये कहते हुए सुना है कि फिल्में देखना बस एक मनोरंजन की बात है। फिल्में हम एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए देखते हैं, जब थोड़ा सा वक्त मिल जाता है फिल्में देख लेते हैं और आराम से अगले कुछ हमारे पल निकल जाते हैं। डेफिनेटली वी हैव एंजॉयड सम एब्सोल्युटली माइंडलेस कॉमेडीज़ जिन्हें कहा जाए एंड वी हैव लाफ्ड विद देम। लेकिन अगर हम फिल्मों को सिर्फ इस बात तक सीमित करके रखें कि दे आर जस्ट अ रीज़न फॉर एंटरटेनमेंट, मनोरंजन, और उसके बाद लोगों का कहना है कि दुख भरी ज़िंदगी में और ज़्यादा हम देखना नहीं चाहते, आई थिंक इट विल बी अ ग्रेट इनजस्टिस बिकॉज फिल्म्स आर अ मीडियम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन। इनके ज़रिए फिल्मकार बहुत कुछ कहना चाहते हैं, लोगों तक पहुंचते हुए कई सारी अपने दिल की बातें, अपनी इंटरप्रेटेड बातें लोगों तक पहुंचाना चाहते हैं एंड दैट्स वेयर आई थिंक लाइज द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ अ मीडियम लाइक फिल्म्स।
You're bang on with that because I think of Walt Whitman, the renowned American poet. He says that anybody who reads me, he just doesn't read me. He touches a man, and that's the way it is in today's time with films. You know, it's just not just about the depiction of life, but it is about people's culture, the kind of lifestyle, their folkways, and that's the beauty of watching a film. This whole experience is extremely special.
And we are extremely privileged because now we have international jury member Julia Jensch with us, and let us talk to her, and we would like to welcome her. Thank you, Julia. Thank you for being here.
Nice meeting
Hello.
you. Hello. Good evening.
And you have been a jury member of the international competition, and there were around 15 films. Would you tell us what the experience has been? How difficult has it been to select a film?
Yeah, somehow it's always difficult, but in the end there are a few you like more because it really gives you certain feelings. You're impressed. Others you like, but somehow they don't overwhelm you like this. So in the end you find your favorites, and then of course you have to discuss with the other jury members. But we enjoyed the whole time and watching the movies very much, and the jury members, each of them really great personalities, and we had a good time. And we saw some really amazing films.
And how many times did you disagree with each other, if at all?
There were some we were almost all the same opinion and something, but we didn't had any fights or something. No one is hurt. Everyone's still alive. So yeah. Okay.
Julia, I want to ask you, one of the reasons that festivals are so exciting is that we get to watch films with the director or the team of the film. What has been your experience so far? Watching those films with people during the Q&A sessions, question answer. What kind of response has been inside the auditorium?
This time really, I was we as the jury. We watched the movies always in certain special screenings, not with the audience, unfortunately. I think they made it that we can more be focused and concentrated on the films, and we had really nice room with seats like business class airplane, so it was very comfortable. But we were always watching for the other films. So many people going to the other films, and this is always the special atmosphere about a film festival, that the films are full of people and they are all excited, and often they see films for the first time or films that they haven't seen for a long while. So it's a special spirit. Yeah.
Julia, thank you so much for talking.
Thank you.
Enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you too. Okay.
जूरी मेंबर जूलिया जेंस जर्मनी की जो एक्टर रही है और जूरी के चेयरपर्सन शेखर कपूर जी से अब हम बात करेंगे. शेखर जी, थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you. Thank you.
We met last IFFI as well, and I had the opportunity to speak to you as well. In the opening ceremony, I remember you said that I have been through other film festivals and have been on their jury as well, and this time I'm a chairperson of this film festival. How more responsible have you felt? Has it been a
There's
burdensome?
always a responsibility of being a chairman. There's an added responsibility because I feel like I'm also the host. And so I have to look up after all the jury. I have to be, and you're back in your own country. I was also involved in the inception of this festival, so I feel an additional responsibility. But the responsibility has been a lot of fun. It's been quite enjoyable. Yeah.
And has there been a difference in the number of films that you have seen earlier and the ones which you have had to choose this time?
Films, if he's attracting better films now, when you say it's better films, more and more filmmakers want to come here. I was pretty amazed at the quality of films, both inside the festival and inside the competition and outside the competition. I've seen some of the films, some of the best films in the world are here. And I think with each passing year, if he's getting a greater and greater response. Yeah. People want their films here. Yeah.
Yes, sir, as an Indian, was it difficult to keep yourself unbiased during the judgment?
Well, there's always a little dividing line between prejudice and judgment and bias. But no, between Indian films, I'm probably a little more strict on Indian films because I want them to be better. But it's always a tough call. You are asked to be a jury because of your personal ideas, but you have to look at a film from a filmmaker's point of view and see what that filmmaker was trying to say, trying to do, see how successful he or she has been. And so personal bias is a very difficult thing to get rid of.
Shekhar ji, thank you so much for joining us.
Very much.
Enjoy the evening, sir.
Thank you.
शेखर कपूर विद अस और जिनसे हमेशा ही मुलाकात करना एक बहुत आनंददायी एक्सपीरियंस होता है. एंड नाउ वी हैव विद अस द लेडी हु हैव बीन वांटिंग टू स्पीक टू फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम इन द लास्ट 10 days. वी हैव विद अस वन ऑफ द jury members, Suha Araf. So wonderful to have you.
Thank you.
You have been here and we have been wanting to get a chance to speak to you, and now we have the chance as such. So you have been a jury member. There have been quite a few films. You are from Palestine and staying in Israel, and there have been quite a few films which have been on the issues regarding Palestine and Israel. What is your take on that?
Actually, there is 3 films from Palestine here in Goa Film Festival. This is the only film that we produced this year, 3 films, and the 3 of them in 3 different categories. One of them was in the competition, in the main competition, and I was very proud to see that we are here and strong. Not all the films that we did are here this year. Not the documentaries, only the fiction. It was very interesting because not only Palestinian films, issues that I know and they deal with, and Israeli issues and the conflict. I saw films from all the world, and it's very interesting experience for me, at least.
Sometimes it happens that these are the issues which have been so many times discussed and for quite a few decades now, but there doesn't seem to be a solution into discussing it, but they always seem to be so very relevant, the films that you're talking about.
Yes, but I found that the human stories everywhere, it's the same. We are telling around all the world stories about relationship, about love, about death, about fights between brothers and sisters, relationship between woman and man, 2 women together, mother and father, mother and kid, always about relationship, love and death. This is the story that came from all the world.
So talking about humans, what has been your response to the hospitality in Goa? What has been the experience like in the last 10 days?
It's a great experience here. It's my 2nd time in Goa, actually. I was here in 2004, but I came as a writer to represent a film that I wrote, Syrian Bride, that was in the competition here in 2004, and I'm back here. And I love Goa, and I love the Indian people. I love this film festival. Last year, my film Villa Tuma was also here, but I couldn't came. So everything that I did was here, and this year I'm part of this jury. I'm so happy and thankful to be here again.
Thank
Thank you
It's been
so
a
much
pleasure.
for joining
Thank you very
us.
much. Enjoy the evening.
That was Suha Arab, who has been staying in Israel and of course has been. And now we have the man, Michael Redford is here with us.
Where am I looking? Oh, over there. Okay.
Thank you for joining.
Am I allowed to look at you? No,
Wherever
it's
you
great.
like, sir.
It's great. It's great. It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a real pleasure.
You are a filmmaker, and what difference have you found in the films that you have? You're a jury member as well. So the films which came to you, what was the specific category or concept which you applied to select those films?
You know, I sit there as a member of the audience, really, and thinking, am I enjoying this or not? And I enjoyed most of them. Sometimes I think about being a director and whether they've been well directed, if I'm giving a director's prize, and if they're well acted. But generally speaking, I look at them and think, am I enjoying this, or is it an absolute torment to be watching this movie? And that wasn't the case with any of the movies, actually.
Michael, you are a filmmaker as well. How important is it for you to just tell stories for the sake of them or give a message through these stories?
Tell stories for the sake of telling stories. Do you know, I don't believe in messages. I think if you start to preach to people, it becomes politics, it becomes stale. I like to tell a story, tell a human story, and allow people to understand that all humanity around the world is the same. And then they can enjoy, they can laugh, they can cry, they can feel scared, all those things. Those are the most important things about storytelling, I think.
Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Enjoy the evening, sir. Thank you for talking, please.
We have had the jury members.
You know, this has been, one of the toughest part of the
Yes,
festival.
but we haven't asked them which film they have awarded. So that for that we will have to wait definitely.
We're not
this
going to
evening.
spoil your suspense for that. And now we have respected Shri Sunil Arora ji, Secretary Information and Broadcasting. A very good evening, sir. All well.
Nice to see you again.
Congratulations for the successful festival, first of all, sir.
Thank you.
So what's been its like, so the last 10 days or so, its experience has been good?
I think it's a roller coaster ride and everybody seems to have enjoyed it.
Tell us a little more about Film Bazaar, because I think you would be able to throw a little bit of light about the co-production process and things like that that have been discussed.
We had a series of meetings. You see, we had a workshop of writers. We had, I also participated in investors meet. We also had about a very detailed interactive session with the various very iconic directors on the way to carry the film felicitation office forward. And we also mutually decided, that in December itself, we will try and call a national workshop of the stakeholders involving various ministries, departments, also state governments, and some people from obviously from Bombay, Calcutta, South, various people will present the film industry and see how to make this a success. And I was also very happy with this young writers interactive session which I had, because you could see that they're already thinking of, a whole lot of them, as to how to convert their creative ideas from story to a script to the marketing to the distribution and finally on the screen.
So the response to Food Bazaar has been tremendous. What kind of a response has been as far as the filmmakers are concerned? It's been really nice.
I've been speaking to a lot of them on a day-to-day basis. They have said that they are quite happy with it. And no, they're telling me on one-to-one basis is one thing, but a whole lot of them have said this to the press also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Enjoy the evening, sir. Thank you for talking.
And yes, that brings us to yet another chapter when we talk about Film Bazaar. There are so many efforts towards co-production of films. We have had people who have produced films with not just one country, but 2, 3, 4, and 5 countries coming together, not from a similar region necessarily, but from different regions, and that has given them an opportunity to exchange ideas. संस्कृति का आदान प्रदान हो, विचारों का आदान प्रदान हो, इस तरीके से कई सारी और देशों की संस्कृति और लोगों के साथ मुलाकात हो. फिल्में बनाना आसान काम तो नहीं है और ये कभी भी नहीं था, लेकिन इस काम को अगर और लोगों के साथ मिलकर किया जाए, अलग देशों प्रदेशों के लोगों के साथ मिलकर किया जाए तो एक और अलग इन फिल्मों का एक आइडेंटिटी उनकी जो हम तक पहुंचती है.
Premvada, obviously, you rightly pointed out that thing because the festival is all about breaking the barriers. You know, the little barriers we have created all over the world. It's the beauty of films. You know, the beauty of a film festival like this. You know, it brings people together. Not only they can share their thoughts, their culture, but in general, the mindset is so open. You know, there are no prejudices, and if there are, they get removed after the festival is through.
And
That's the beauty.
we have been talking about a borderless world कि सीमा रेखाएं देशों के बीच की सीमा रेखाएं प्रदेशों के बीच की सीमा रेखाएं मिट जाए लोग बड़ी आसानी से आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ मुलाकात कर पाए what better a medium than cinema as we can talk about till the countries decide finally to merge the borders and we can all be one together and there we are once again at the film festival ये समापन समारोह है और आज के इस फेस्टिवल में भी काफ़ी गणमान्य लोग अतिथि है यहाँ पर जो मौजूद हैं और आते रहेंगे जिनसे हम बात ज़रूर करेंगे. कई सारी बातें इस फिल्म फेस्टिवल के दौरान हम तक पहुँचती रही और उसमें से एक बात ज़रूर ये है कि लोगों की मांग अच्छी और बेहतरीन फिल्में देखने के लिए बढ़ती रही है. ऑन डिमांड काफ़ी सारे स्क्रीनिंग्स होते रहे हैं, लेट स्क्रीनिंग्स भी होते रहे हैं और ट्रस्ट मी अक्षय वर वी नॉट सरप्राइज टू सी लाइक अ होल theater full of audience for a midnight film. That would have been wonderful
That's
for anyone to
really,
take
really
part.
amazing. I mean, you know, the more we talk about it, the lesser it is because the response was so good. I mean, repeat screening, obviously, that was an added feature of this year's festival, and we had to do it because there was so much of demand. You know, people were absolutely, into the festival and they just wanted to enjoy the festival. And I really don't believe we have reached the closing ceremony because, it's been going on so beautifully.
The thought will linger in our mind, the feeling of this festival will linger in our mind. 89 देशों की 187 फिल्में और इनमें से 15 फिल्में इंटरनेशनल कंपटीशन के लिए और आज की शाम तय करेगी कि कौन सी फिल्म बेस्ट फिल्म कहलाएगी, कौन से निर्देशक बेस्ट निर्देशक कहलाएंगे, IFFI 2015 के कौन से एक्टर बेस्ट एक्टर का अवार्ड ले जाएंगे, ये आज की शाम तय होगा ज़रूर.
And not to forget the Silver Peacock, the much coveted award.
If there's something which I can get and we could have it in here between us. So wonderful. इंडियन पैनोरामा सबसे लोकप्रिय सेक्शन रहा इस फिल्म फेस्टिवल का और ख़ास तौर पर इसलिए भी क्योंकि इंडियन पैनोरामा में कई सारी फिल्में जो आई लोगों ने इन्हें बहुत पसंद किया. जैसे हमारे एक दर्शक ने कहा था जब हमने उनसे बात की थी, कहते हैं वर्ल्ड सिनेमा तो हमें बहुत पसंद है बट वी आर इंडियन सो वी ऑलवेज वुड tilt a little towards the Indian cinema as well. कई सारे विविध प्रदेशों की विविध भाषाओं की फिल्में इस इंडियन पैनोरामा में शामिल थी और
Yeah, and now we're going to take you to Children Film Society's chairman, Shri Mukesh Khanna ji. He's such a unanimous favorite among children, among grown-up. We would like to have a little chat with him. And, it's going to be really nice if you could join us and share his experience being part of the festival this year and how has been his experience. We're lucky to have amongst us Mr. Mukesh Khanna ji.
Mukesh
Good
Khanna
evening,
ji,
sir.
thank you. We had spoken to a couple of young girls during the film festival and we asked them, did you get a chance to see films? They said, no, but we are not allowed to see these films, which is very, very obvious. And very young girls. So is there any special effort for the children, particularly that the Children Film Society?
We just become the chairperson for Children Film Society. So we just concluded in Hyderabad our International Children Film Festival there also. So we have that platform for the kids. And this platform is meant for elders. In fact, I would like to raise my chairperson as a chairperson. I would like to raise the standard of children film. कि पूरा दुनिया देखे बैठ के बच्चों की फिल्मों को. बच्चे देखते हैं बड़े फिल्मों को. मैं चाहता हूँ कि बच्चे बच्चों की फिल्में देखें. बच्चे should not see सास भी कभी बहू थी. They should see National Geography. They should see Shaktiman. So for me, it is not that they could not see. It's up to parents to decide what films they should see.
What efforts are we making in bringing in better quality films for children?
I am. In fact, I have put the whole thing into a cycle that I want those films which are released in theaters. Up till now, our all films are just kept for the festivals only. And what I believe is the children film goes to a film festival does not reach to the interior children of our India. It should be released side by side with the film for adults, for elders, not adults. So दोनों की फिल्में साथ में होनी चाहिए और पूरे हिंदुस्तान में फिल्में रिलीज हों. I have changed the whole system of selecting a film. जो थिएटर में जा सके with publicity, I am interested in that. That's what I was saying, it should reach.
What makes you such a big hit with children, son? I really want to know the secret for that.
I have a chemistry with children right from childhood. मैंने अपना बचपन जिया है, बच्चों ने बचपन नहीं जिया. So I have a chemistry with kids right from my school days to college days, and then I became Shaktiman. Now when you become Shaktiman, the mother, father comes and says, हमारी नहीं सुनते सर, आपकी सुनते हैं. So no, I made them friends, and then I given them lots of messages. So I always say, parents, become friends to children. Don't become your parents. It's a generation. बैठो उनके साथ, उनसे बातें करो, क्या कर रहे हो, किसके दोस्ती है, कहाँ जाते हो. कि आजकल के बच्चे चरस, अफीम, गांजा जल्दी शुरू कर देते हैं. सो आई थिंक आई हैव दैट बॉन्ड विद चिल्ड्रन. मैं बच्चों के साथ बड़ा नहीं हो रहा हूँ, बच्चों के साथ छोटा हो रहा हूँ. I have that chemistry.
So thank you so much, Mukesh Khanna ji, to us. Yeah.
Thank you very much,
I think
sir.
that's a wonderful thought again. बच्चों के साथ बच्चे बन के रहना. बहुत सारे बच्चे अपना बचपना जो खो रहे हैं, खास तौर पर इसलिए कि because there is a lot of adult world around them. हम उनकी बात नहीं सुनना चाहते, कहना चाहते. But trust me, there has been a great effort towards making some wonderful children film which they can enjoy as well. And here we are with the director of I Am a Soldier. There's Laurent with us. And can we have Laurent here who can talk to us? वैसे world cinema.
Hello,
And in the
Marianne.
meantime, we can have a film lover.
Wonderful to see you here tonight because, I was on stage with him this year with Tom Alter. We played in Delhi.
I have had the honor of sharing stage with her.
No, I had the honor. It was wonderful.
Marianne, what brings you to India? Obviously, you're here on a
Well,
hunt. I know that.
First of all, love for India, but for cinema. And this year I've been extremely impressed by the quality and the selection of the films, which are all very humans, but at a very large scale. They deliver important message. I spent maybe, hours and hours in jails, in Sweden, in Tunisia, in Palestine, and beautiful films made by women. The one about the Red Mosque, she's been so courageous, to do it. And also the one about the women in jails in Palestine, in Israeli. And beautiful films, and and also, of course, Rayman, the documentary about the music. You have genius in this country, and thank you for such a beautiful festival.
Marianne, you being from Paris, from France, what's been the journey like to India and Goa? Obviously, the atmosphere is very, pro-film, and we enjoy the communities here are very, conducive for a festival like this. What has been your experience from Paris to Goa?
Well, India is mystical. And it's the reason I had a film at the Film Bazaar. And with Christopher Ego, we did a film on the Kumbh Mela. And I made wonderful interviews with sadhus, trying to get enlightened myself, and then hopefully to show it to French TV and get more people enlightened and come to India.
We'll be happy to do that, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Enjoy the
So
evening,
much.
Marianne. Thank you for talking. Marianne, talking about friendship, Mukesh ji also talked about this, you have to be friends with children, and that's exactly the idea that comes out of a festival, the kind of camaraderie that is shared by all the people, not only who are
Absolutely.
participating, but also, not only the delegates, but the guests, everybody. There is a sense of camaraderie, and that makes it so vibrant, the festival.
And now we have Laurent with us, the director of I'm a Soldier. Thank you, Laurent, for joining us, and welcome us.
you very
What has been the experience of bringing a film to International Film Festival?
It was great. I really love India, and it was my premiere in India, and it was full. There were a lot of people, and my movie is about dogs traffics in Europe. So I didn't know if people in India will get involved this subject, but it works. So I was very, very happy. Yeah.
How have you been able to meet around people and make more friends and learn more about?
Yeah, because people talks a lot after the movie. So people come to me and we talk, and it was very fine. Okay. Thank you.
Generally, what has been experience, Lord? You've been in Goa for the whole 10 days festival, or you've just come with the film?
I'm gonna stay more time after the festival. I'm gonna stay 4 days in Goa, and after I will go to the south in the Kerala, because there is also a film festival there, and I'm going to show my movie too.
So this is the season for attending film festival.
Yeah.
Lauren, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the
Good
evening.
evening.
वर्ल्ड सिनेमा के कितने ही अलग अलग पहलू हम तक पहुँचे हैं, एक नहीं दो नहीं, अलग अलग देशों की फिल्में हम तक पहुँची है. देयर हैव बीन फिल्म्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कॉन्टिनेंट्स, देयर हैव बीन फिल्म्स फ्रॉम कनाडा, देयर हैव बीन फिल्म्स फ्रॉम अमेरिका, यूरोप की तो कितनी ही सारी फिल्में हम तक पहुँची है, अफ्रीका की भी फिल्में रही है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया न्यूजीलैंड से फिल्में रही है, एशियन फिल्म्स रही है, ईस्ट एशिया, वेस्ट एशिया, एंड ऑफ कोर्स फिल्म्स फ्रॉम आवर नेबरहुड एज वेल. बट वी शुड टॉक अबाउट द वेरी फर्स्ट फिल्म, द इनॉग्रेटल फिल्म which was screened at the International Film Festival of India 2015.
Absolutely, Matthew Brown's The Man Who Knew Infinity. And we're lucky to have one of the actors with us, Roger Narayan. Roger, welcome and good
Roger.
evening.
Thank you. Good evening. How are you all doing?
Very well, Roger, and we have had an opportunity to interact a little before that and during the period as well. So tell us a little more about this inaugural film which was released and what was the feeling to come back to India and be a part of this film?
Yeah, thank you. This has been an absolute, roller coaster ride. Starting, I was involved in the development of the film in Los Angeles. I'm based in Los Angeles, but मैं यहाँ पे भी आके काम करता हूँ हिंदी फिल्मों में और तमिल फिल्म्स में. So for me, it's such a matter of pride to come back to India and bring back a story of such an icon. Srinivas Ramanujam, is world-renowned as one of the top mathematicians in number theory, and to see his story come to life on screen is just absolutely amazing. And the book is equally amazing, The Man Who Knew Infinity by Robert Kanigal. Yeah.
Roger, you also moderated a session because we did have master classes and so on where new people and even those who are a part of the filmmaking were learning new things. So what was the experience of being there?
It was a total honor and such a pleasure to sit down with Matthew Brown and with Ed Pressman. Ed Pressman is the guru of producing in the United States. He's given such big directors as Oliver Stone and everybody their first break when they started off. So he's just legendary in the US, and so it was wonderful to sit down and just pick his brains and get some questions answered and speak on behalf of the audience and shed some light on how the process worked and how the film got made.
Wonderful. Thank you, Roger, for joining us.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you, Roger. Enjoy the evening.
All right, thanks.
And now we have with us a lady who I have heard speak very impeccably, but from heart. Here we have with us Manju Bora as well. Manjuji, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We attended a session where you spoke about Northeast films as well and many more things regarding Northeast films. Do please share a few thoughts with our audience regarding it.
Yeah, Northeast Film, actually INB since I think 3 years back, they have started this Northeastern Film Festival, a segment in this International Film Festival of India. It's a very good step, and I hope it will grow more and more, and people are curious to know about Northeast. So I think our films can has the potentiality to fulfill the audience, curiosity. So I'm very much hopeful about this event.
Manjuji, obviously, Northeast is such a rich region as far as the ethnicities and the languages are concerned. It's a beautiful region. You think this year IFFI has been able to, throw enough light on that? You happy with the response with your films?
Well, it takes time because here what happens in an international film festival, audience are mostly, they are here to see the international films, So it happens so that in most of the screening, audience were very less when the makers of the films, concerned films, were very disappointed. So we hope that with some increased media attention and some publicity, some strong publicity, maybe we can attract the audience from other corner of the world, and then only this, this aim to focus on Northeast can be fulfilled.
Manjuji, obviously there has been a retrospective on Aribam Sham Sharma's films, and the response to those films has been very, very well.
Yeah.
The Q&A sessions have gone very nicely.
Right.
What is the idea that has come out of that retrospective on not only Aribam Sham Sharma's film, but in general the focus which was here this year on Northeast cinema?
I think their main intention is generally they feel, concerned authority feel that we are far behind comparing to the mainstream in so many departments, so many corners, various fields, in various fields. That is why I think they are thinking that we should not feel deprived, and they are trying to feel us that they are with us, and with their support Northeast can go ahead, because we had a lot of problems. Political situation is not good there, that insurgency problem, because of which we are 20 years behind. So that is the main reason I think they are focusing on us so much.
And a little bit about you being the jury of the Centenary Award. What are the parameters?
Actually, well, I was a part of the committee, And it was quite good to watch those 8 films were given to us, but you will come to know about the result. I think now I'm not supposed to tell anything, but they will describe it, why we were disappointed or why we could not fulfill that area somehow. There are some reasons. Now I don't want to talk on that.
Thank you, Manjuji, but thank you for sharing so much with us as well.
Thank you so
Thank
much. Thank you. Thank you.
That was Manju Bora with us, and what a wonderful thought she had expressed some time ago when we had met her in the press conference. And there was a lot of angst in her, if I would say, talking about Northeast films and how society, government, everybody should pay attention to these films and allow an opportunity to the Northeast directors to come up. एक बहुत अहम सा सवाल उठता है कभी-कभी कि फिल्में बनाना अगर निर्देशक के लिए, एक फिल्मकार के लिए ज़रूरी होता है अपनी बात कहने के लिए, तो उसे वो मौका देने के लिए समाज के कई हिस्से जागरूक भी होने चाहिए. बिकॉज अक्सर हम कमर्शियली हिट फिल्मों की तरफ तो बढ़ते हैं, उन्हें देखते हैं, उनके बारे में सोचते हैं, बातें भी करते हैं. वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ डिस्कशन अमंगस्ट अस रिगार्डिंग इट. बट व्हाट अबाउट पीपल हु हैव बीन वांटिंग टू से समथिंग, मेक मीनिंगफुल फिल्म्स, bring that context to us, and Northeast has been one region which definitely has been in discussion. Isn't it, Akshay?
Absolutely, and talking to Manjuji reminded me that this year at IFFI we also had a special section which was attributed to not only the general filmmakers but also the female filmmakers. And some beautiful films which have been showcased in that section has been really successful. I think of Manjari Kuru, which is about a guy who goes back to his childhood, going back to his childhood home, to his grandparents, and that's the kind of nostalgia that it talks about. These are the opportunities, these are the sections which actually throw light on that, and also let people know about it. These kind of filmmakers are there.
And we have with us Sanfu Maltha. May you please step in here? Thank you so much. And here you are, and what a wonderful film that you have come with. Do please tell us a little more about it's not very easy to have a biopic, isn't it, to make a biopic? So how difficult has the process been, and how challenging and how exciting?
It was very challenging and it was very exciting because, it's a story taking place in Mexico from one of the most famous Russian directors, Sergei Eisenstein. And you know what's going on at the moment in Russia, and this film is about a love affair he had, and about his films. So it's, on one hand, you learn a lot about his films, but you also learn about the love affair he had. But the love affair he had was not with a woman, but with a man, and that is very controversial right now in Russia. So basically, that's why it was very difficult to make the movie.
Well, the director Peter Greenway is not here with us, but we would like to ask you a question. How did you think the film would evolve? Because the message will have to reach what the person was thinking, Eisenstein was speaking or thinking, will have to reach the audience. So how did you think about going about the film, the shooting, the locations, which would add to the entire meaningfulness of the film?
Yes, we've been to Mexico a few times to see. And Peter has been there a few times and then has looked around, and he fell in love with the surroundings and the environment of Guanajuato. There's a museum of the dead, and there's a whole tradition and a ceremony towards dead people, and he used that also in the film. And basically, when we went there twice, we got back and we had the information to how to shoot, and then in the end, it was a very sort of process because we needed to also clear footage because there's also material in there from his earlier movies. So we know Eisenstein is the director of Battleship Potemkin and some of the other movies, October, and they're all featuring in the movie. So it's not only about his personal relationship, but also about his career, about filmmaking. I mean, Eisenstein is the editor. He invented editing, actually. And so it was an amazing process, which took a long time because we had to change and then we rewrite the script. And then in the end, we came to a really beautiful film that was also playing in the main competition in Berlin.
I must say that because when we started looking at the first few frames of the film, I thought I'm going to like this one. And that has been a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Some films just charm you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Some films just charm you like anything, isn't it? लगता है कि इन्हें देखना एक continuous process होनी चाहिए. ये फिल्म 1, 1.5, 2, 3 घंटे में ख़त्म नहीं होनी चाहिए. what can we do to play it in a loop and we can start admiring every single frame
I
of
think
it?
talking about San, I would like to take a leaf out of his book. He just used just the right word that it is like a love affair. You just don't want it to end ever.
Absolutely, and that's precisely why there are so many people who so easily fall in love with films. We have met so many of them who have come here to say that we are filmmakers. We would like to make films. We are dabbling with the idea, or we are just engaging ourselves with the idea of making films, dabbling a little here and there. But at the same time, somehow we realized that it is a very engaging process, but at the same time, it's a lot of hard work, and this is what we want to do now.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you have to, fall in love with whatever you do, and it's all about keeping your passion alive, and just you have to just fuel that fire for long enough so that you can, reach a point where you can be happy with your work, and really set an example for the coming generation. And that's what these filmmakers have done. All these people have been so passionate throughout their life for whatever they do, and whatever they have set their mind on to do. It's absolutely incredible, and I mean, it's sheer inspiration. That's all I can say. It's absolutely inspirational.
जब इनॉग्रेल फंक्शन हुआ ना अक्षय, तब मुझे याद है अनिल कपूर ने कहा था कि दिस इज़ अ प्लेस वेर आई मेट शेखर कपूर आफ्टर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम, आई मेट देव पटेल आफ्टर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम, आई मीटिंग इलैया राजा हु वाज ऑनर्ड बाय एन अवार्ड एज वेल, and this has been kind of a meeting ground. So you can imagine with people of that stand who are so noted otherwise, and they see this film festival as an opportunity to meet, what a wonderful experience it would be for those who are newcomers in this.
Talking about passion, we have one of the most passionate filmmakers here, Mr. Sudhir Mishra. Sudhir ji, good evening. Welcome to the festival. Enjoying?
Yeah, I had great fun. I mean, I'm a festival product. I mean, I became a filmmaker because I saw all these films at international film festivals. The exposure widened. Wonderful, great films. And film festival is judged by the curation of its films. So there were wonderful films from all over the world. You met many people. The film bazaar was of great help, especially younger filmmakers. Co-production, script lab, a lot of things, a lot of conversations, a lot of master classes. What else?
Sudhirji, obviously you yourself are a hero, you are an inspiration. But when somebody like you with your kind of experience gets a chance to talk in conversation with Mr. Shyam Benegal, and that was one of the most successful sessions of the master classes we had at the Black Box. What kind of things that the idea you take out of that kind of conversation?
No, I mean, when two filmmakers talk, they can talk with. I mean, you don't talk of elementary and you don't talk of pretentiously. Right. You know that's in the nitty gritty. You don't use very big words. Because it's in the practice, so the conversation becomes very interesting. And Shyam is a very knowledgeable man, so I mean, a conversation with him is also. I mean, even though I was doing the conversation with him, it's also a learning experience. You learn something. You ask him a question, what you want to know,
exactly.
And a younger filmmaker wants to know. You sort of share a dialogue. Sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't agree, and that interaction becomes alive. And I've always enjoyed these. I've done couple of other sessions with Shyam, and I've always enjoyed them.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the reason which made it such a success, because it was like watching you two talking to each other. It was like you were talking on our behalf, the kind of things we wanted to know about that stalwart filmmaker, and we didn't know how. So
we spoke about a film that he had made which never got released, called Kondura, and many people don't know that Shyam Benegal made a film called Kondura which didn't get released. So we spoke about that. We spoke about many other things.
Sudhirji, thank you so much for joining us, and it was a great inspiration to have you around these last few days.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy the evening, sir.
That was Sudhir Mishra, and I will always remember him for some of those wonderful things. That one particular thing, Hazaro Khwaishe Aisi, and what an interesting thing it would be to meet a director who has been around in this festival all the time, who very nonchalantly keeps walking, meeting people, interacting with them. And मुझे ना लगता है अक्षय, इस तरीके से क्या होता है कि जो नए कलाकार या नए फिल्मकार है, जो बडिंग आर्टिस्ट है, जो फिल्म स्टूडेंट्स हैं, उनके लिए भी एक इंस्पिरेशन है कि इस तरह के लोग जिन्होंने कुछ बहुत क्लासिक फिल्में बनाई हैं, अच्छी बेहतरीन फिल्में बनाई हैं, ये उनके साथ आपस में मिले, उनसे बातें करें as well.
Exactly, Premvida. This is one of the things which came out of the Vox Pop when we were taking. I was talking to a lot of people there. They said it's so much fun to talk to these directors who don't take themselves so seriously, and the kind of insights they have to share with the viewers is absolutely it's a gift. It's just like a blessing in disguise.
And काफ़ी सारे लोग थे यहाँ पर अभी फ़िलहाल. सूचना और प्रसारण राज्य मंत्री श्री राज्यवर्धन सिंह राठौर जी से बात कर रहे हैं. Thank you, sir. Welcome once again.
Namaskar. How are you all?
We have been good. We met you at the red carpet when the inaugural function was to happen. You inaugurated the Indian Panorama as well. You were there for the inauguration of the multimedia exhibition which was put up for the National Heritage Mission as well. So you have been here. What message would you like to give to the audience regarding this entire film festival that has gone by in the last few days?
I can just simply thank the audience, the people of the Goa, the government of Goa. I must tell you that this is one of the largest film festivals of Asia. We had entries of about 720 films, out of which 182 films were finally selected. There was viewing of about 760 hours of films, and about 80,000 tickets were sold. I mean, if you just these statistics itself is staggering. Absolutely, one of the most beautiful weathers at this point of time. Goa is, as it is an international destination. हिंदुस्तान से दर्शक आते हैं, ऑडियंसेस आते हैं, टूरिस्ट आते हैं, दुनिया भर से आते हैं, और उसमें फिर एक इस तरह का माहौल बनाया जाए जहाँ फिल्में ही फिल्में हों और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्में हों, और फिल्म निर्माताओं से, डायरेक्टर से बात करने का भी अवसर मिले, उनसे सवाल पूछने का अवसर मिले, तो बहुत ही बढ़िया एक पैकेज है और बहुत सक्सेसफुल रहा. इसमें हमारे जो फिल्म निर्माता हैं उनको और जो ऑडियंसेस हैं जो फिल्म से शौक़ रखते हैं उनको एक अवसर मिलता है बहुत बेहतरीन चीज़ें सीखने का भी. So I'm so glad that this festival is continuing, and we'll keep putting in efforts to make it stronger and stronger every time.
Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore ji, thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much.
Well,
And
now we have Satish Shahji with us, and what a wonderful opportunity it is for us to interact.
Good evening, sir.
Very much. Good evening.
Well, you are here for the film festival, and you have been through different types of films, serials, television serials. What do you think of film festival as such provides for an actor or somebody who's an aspiring filmmaker?
I'll tell you, when we were the students in Film and Television Institute of India, we automatically became the delegates, and at that in that frame of, or rather that period, we got an opportunity to see film festivals in Delhi, in international film festivals in Delhi, as well as Mumbai and a few more. And well, there has been a huge gap after that, and now I have come back here, so it's like going down the memory lane in a way, and deja vu, and a wonderful feeling as well.
How much has the festival changed in the last so many years?
Well, that I would not be able to tell because I haven't been here long enough. I couldn't catch it for all 10 days. I have been here from last 3 days only, and tried to catch as many movies as I could. I should have seen some more movies, but I could not. But I'm going to make it a every year feature now.
So you're one of those actors who've been associated not only with films but commercial films as well, you know, in the festival circuit as well. Your classical like Jaane Bhi Do Yaro and all those films, you know, they have been contributing to the...
When we made it, we didn't know it is going to become a classic cult film.
Exactly, and the festival has grown almost like with your generation. So what is, you said it's very nostalgic to, you know, think about IFFI. If you don't mind sharing some of the thoughts and some of the memories related with the early festival days when you as a young actor, you know, aspiring actor, started attending festivals.
Well, when I attended festivals, I was not part of the film industry, so I could not have been a part of any movies out there. So we just went there as students. So except that we had that privilege of going to any theater and watching the movies as students of cinema. And that's about it. But we used to be in a good group, big group, about 20 of us, all from various parts of India, but happened to be FTII students. So wherever we went, like Delhi, and all those places, we were very comfortable. We had a group of, it was all a big ball.
Satish Shahji, thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet.
And I hope it keeps on happening for years and years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Such a wonderful opportunity for not just one person, but many of them together. Satish Shah, reminiscent about the times that have gone by, and yes, sharing few thoughts with us.
I tell you, absolutely. You know, Satish he's one of those actors who simply just lights up the screen. And festival is already exuberant, and you know, so much of the moment is so much of fun and frolic, and he's only added to it. And it's a pleasure talking to people like them. And these are the kind of people who not only add to it, but it just makes your life easy.
और मुझे लगता है कभी-कभी कुछ लोग अपनी समझ से जो अभिनय करते हैं, अपने आप में एक इंस्टीट्यूशन बन जाते हैं. अपने अभिनय कला को लोगों तक पहुंचाते हुए डायरेक्टर की बात सुनते सुनते हुए भी अपनी तरफ से जो कहने की कोशिश करते हैं, आई थिंक दैट इज़ अनदर ब्यूटीफुल पार्ट ऑफ द फिल्म। किसी भी कला के बारे में ये कह सकते हैं कि अपने भीतर की जो बात है वो लोगों तक पहुँचाने का एक जो जरिया है कला, एंड फिल्म्स आर डेफिनेटली एन इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ दैट. It gives an opportunity for every single individual to say what he or she has to say, and that's where lies the success of it, perhaps.
Exactly. I mean, I really can go on and on about it. You know, the festival, the actors, the delegates, the filmmakers. I really, I would like to mention here once again, the legendary Russian filmmaker who's here with us. We are lucky to have, Nikita Mikhailov. He talked about a very beautiful thought. He says ki life is all about, it's just enjoying. But how do you enjoy it? Personally or by sharing with others? He gave a beautiful example. Like,
oh, you're talking about the flower?
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. Please go ahead and share, I think.
There's a flower. Now, you can do two things with it. You either pluck it and put it in a pot and keep it with you forever. Nobody else would share, but it will be yours, but nobody else would be able to share it. And then he said, instead of plucking it off, you can just sit by its side and just enjoy the fragrance.
Absolutely.
And just it will be shared by everybody, and it will only going to add to the beauty of the world. So these are the kind of thoughts, that makes the festival special. These kind of people with all their experience, their wisdom. It's just a joy, absolute joy to be here.
And as I said, this would be a thought which could be a very simple thought, but coming from Nikita Mikhalkov made it so much more beautiful for all of us. And yes, now we have Vani Tripathi with us, steering committee for this International Film Festival of India. Vani ji, thank you so much for joining, and welcome once again on the red carpet.
Thank you so much.
The film festival has been quite a success. People have been raving about it and talking about it. They have been wanting more. Will you please comment a little more on it?
I think it's a great collaboration. I have to thank, of course, the Ministry of INB, Directorate of Film Festival, and the Entertainment Society of Goa, the government of Goa. It's a great collaboration. It's a celebration of cinema, both national and international. And I must say, my two fantastic colleagues, Sudhir Mishra and Bharat Bala, who were with us in the core group, and Shekhar Kapoor for taking out time, for being the international jury. I think there was great dialogue around cinema. There was great, sort of conversations around cinema with directors, with producers, with writers. And that's exactly what this festival is. Also, another unique feature, the long lines outside Inox and Kala Academy, which means that cinema is celebrated in India, whether it is from our own land or it is from elsewhere.
And how have you dealt with those multiple demands of repeat screenings?
Oh, we did our best. They were midnight screenings. Sometimes we were screening the film at 12 o'clock at night, also at 9 in the morning. And even today, there's a fantastic film which was the best film from Cannes Film Festival. Even today, despite the fact that we have a closing film in the evening, we had to screen it at 1 o'clock. The demand was so much. But I think that itself is the beauty of the conversations that I'm talking about. Cinema is about conversations. It's about societies. It's about countries which actually love cinema. And I think in India, cinema is like a second religion. You all know that.
Vaniji, thank you so much for joining.
Enjoy the evening, ma'am. Thank you for talking. And now we have one of our favorite actors.
Which film do you remember of him?
I remember all his films.
I remember Door.
I remember him from
Shreyas.
Iqbal.
Okay. Right.
Shreyas, welcome. Good evening. Enjoying the
Good
festival?
evening. Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, this time I couldn't come here for more days. I came here last evening, but I'm planning to catch up the closing film and the closing celebrations here for the festival. And I think Goa, I'm trying to be dressed as cool as possible.
You are the coolest. You're the coolest.
I think
Shreyas.
and Goa is probably the best venue that we can ever have for International Film Festival of India. So yeah, I'm happy to be here again.
And are you planning to catch up with a few people around from your industry outside?
I haven't met anyone yesterday evening, but I'm planning to catch a lot of them today and probably at the party as well tonight. So let's see.
Sure, obviously, you've been to festivals. What separates IFFI from the other festivals, according to you?
I think the biggest thing that separates is Goa, another location itself. No, but apart from that, I think there are more than 290 films being screened from 90 countries, and so many films coming here, and then you get an opportunity to see all those films. I think it's a great festival. It's a great opportunity for all of us to catch up on international cinema. So yeah, it's lovely.
Thank you, Shreyas. Thank you so much for joining us on the
Pleasure.
Lovely talking to you, Shreyas.
Same
Thank
here.
you. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you.
As they say, rightly pointed out, Vaniji, that, cinema is all about having conversation. And this is what makes it so delightful, talking to the guests, talking to the filmmakers, talking, just the general conversation, this whole dialogue between the filmmaker and the film viewer is what makes it so special.
I remember last time when we had a talk with Shekhar ji and we had a brief interview with him. I remember how he went on telling about the whole concept of stories and how इफ़ेक्टिवली एंड एलोक्वेंटली दी स्टोरीज शुड बी टोल्ड, लोगों तक ये कहानियाँ पहुँचाई जाए जो एक फिल्म मेकर के मन में है, जो उसके सोच में है, जहन में है, ये सारी कहानियाँ लोगों तक बड़ी आसानी से पहुँचाए, सोच के साथ पहुँचाई जाए, बड़ी सहजता के साथ पहुँचाया जाए, तब कहीं जाकर ये लोगों के दिलों को छू जाती है। एंड आई थिंक दैट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि सिर्फ हमारे दिल में कोई बात आकर लोगों तक पहुँचाना आसान सी बात नहीं है, लेकिन किस तरीके से आप उसे पहुंचाते हैं उसकी फिल्म मेकर की एक प्रगल्भता, द अप्रोच, द एटीट्यूड विल गेट रिफ्लेक्टेड, एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट मेक्स द फिल्म मेकर्स so popular amongst the people, and there have been so many of them that one can talk about.
Obviously, and the festival has really taken really good care of the fact that all kind of things have been included, whether it is via a retrospective on Amos Kathai or
That was wonderful, really.
Aribam Sham Sharma, all these filmmakers keeping the taste of the minds, the homage thing, all kind of things, the sections in different section, Indian Panorama, Cinema of the World,
And actually,
international competition.
I think now we should move to a man who again we have been meeting for the last few days. Funsuk Ladaki ji, please come here. You have been a jury member as well, and we are so glad to have you here on the red carpet.
Same here.
And I remember you sang a wonderful song during the Indian Panorama as well, but right now you can just comment about the festival.
Not comment, I can give you my experience. Experience being a jury was excellent because of a big challenge to select films from all over India and then put into a film. And moreover, when I came here in IFFI, I saw a lot of international, national film. And for me personally, it was so beautiful meeting friends from Film Institute after 30 years, So I think Goa has become cinema and cinema has become Goa. And I appreciate the Goa hospitality and people who have organized it. They have done it so well. Everything was in a flow, So मैं मुख्तसर ये कहूँगा कि हज़ारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसे ही कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले, बहुत निकले मेरे अरमान फिर भी कम निकले. And I wish all of you all the best. It was wonderful. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Fansuji, obviously, one more question. You're a very spiritual guy. You're a lot in meditation and everything. How similar it is as far as filmmaking is concerned? Because it is a very pious medium. Because you have to represent people in the rightmost light.
Yes, मेरा ये मानना है कि India, we have lot to offer to the world. Because India is the land of spiritualism. जैसे कहते हैं अंतर्मुखी होना. It is the India only in the world where people can go deep into themselves and come out. So I think India needs to, the whole, not only film, every sector, every field, people should know how to go deep into themselves and then come out. If you purify yourself, you can make better film, better things will come. And I'm very hopeful about the future of India now because young people like you are talking so much of wisdom. You ask me a question which is full of wisdom. Earlier, no young man will ask something like this,
Nawazish sir.
So मेरा ये मानना है कि जो आने वाले पुश्ते हैं, जो जनरेशन है वो बहुत विद्वान आएंगे, बहुत ज्ञानी आएंगे और ऐसे भी एक बिलीफ है कि after 2,500 years of Buddha's death, the India will regain its wisdom again, and it's showing, it's happening right from top to bottom. कितने लोग आजकल संत जैसे हैं, हमारे लीडर्स भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, है ना? तो मैं समझता हूँ हर स्पेयर में ज़िंदगी के हर फील्ड में शील का बहुत महत्व है, जिसे अखलाक बोलते हैं, मॉरलिटी, ऑनेस्टी. तो ऑनेस्टी होगा तो इंडिया विल शाइन, एंड आई थिंक वी आर शाइनिंग नाउ.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
Thank you once again. It's always wonderful to talk to you.
Same here, same here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was Funsuk Ladaki, with whom we have had quite a few interactions in the last 10 days of the film festival.
I think wonderful thoughts, as far as honesty is concerned, अखलाक की उन्होंने बात की. मेरा ख्याल है कि जितना हम अपने आप को अंदर से परिपक्व कर सकते हैं, मुझे लगता है ना सिर्फ फिल्म मेकिंग बल्कि हर काम जिंदगी का आसान हो जाता है, as long as you're honest, as long as you're just serious about it. That's the beauty of it.
Absolutely. And this is what exactly it is, that those who have understood the meaning of life will probably be able to convey it much better to everybody else, isn't it? And now we have with us the actor Manoj Joshi. Sir, please step in. Thank you so much for joining and welcome on the red carpet.
Thank you very much.
And your idea about a film festival, films, we have seen you in so many wonderful films around.
Yeah, film festival एक ऐसा उत्सव है जो जिस उत्सव में हर फिल्म मेकर और हर नागरिक आना चाहता है और हर फिल्म मेकर IFFI में खासकर यहाँ शरीक होना चाहता है, सहभागी होना चाहता है. और ख़ासकर इस साल जिस तरह से रीजनल फिल्मों का एक अपना महत्व और एक ठस्सा जिसे बोलते हैं वो बहुत उभर के आ रहा है, तो ये बहुत अच्छी उपलब्धि है भारत की फिल्म उद्योग के लिए. और IFFI में इंटरनेशनल फिल्म मेकर्स भी यहाँ आने के लिए उतने ही उत्सुक होते हैं जितने भारतीय मेकर्स हैं। तो मैं बस ईफी को हर साल इससे भी बड़ा ये महोत्सव हो, उत्सव हो, और भारत के फिल्म महोत्सव का ये सबसे बड़ा, मतलब सब वेट करते हैं कि कब ईफी में जाएं। सो आई थिंक आई एम ग्लैड। मैं आना चाहता था इससे पहले, लेकिन आ नहीं पाया, मेरे काम में व्यस्त था। बट ये समारोह में मैं आना ही चाहता था और आ गया हूँ। सो आई एम रियली ग्लैड।
दैट इज़ अ वंडरफुल थिंग अगेन कि जो आप चाहते हैं वो हो पाया है और आप कर पाए हैं। सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस।
थैंक यू।
दैट वाज द एक्टर मनोज जोशी विद अस। एंड जैसे उन्होंने कहा और जैसे हमने भी इससे पहले थोड़ी देर पहले कहा था कि वेटरन्स फ्रॉम द फिल्म इंडस्ट्री विल डेफिनेटली वांट टू मीट ईच अदर। वो एक दूसरे से मुलाकात करते हैं और उन्होंने ये बिल्कुल माना है कि फिल्म समारोह एक ऐसा समारोह है जहाँ पर उन्हें मुलाकात का ये एक मौका मिलता है। दिस इज़ इंडियाज़ ओल्डेस्ट, largest and one of Asia's wonderful and the best film festivals.
Now we are lucky to have Honorable Her Excellency Srimati Mridula Sinha ji. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
And ma'am, the other day I was watching Shakespeare Wala, and we were hoping you would join us. So I was told that there are quite a few films which have been some of your favorite films as well. Film festival is an opportunity to catch up with them as well. But would you be able to say something about festival and Goa and people coming here for the festival and Goa becoming amazing?
Actually, I am very happy, and I have seen 5 films, small and the full, जो bigger films होते हैं. And I have come to conclusion that I will start now watching movies. I had left it because the youth and the directors, the publishers, I have seen that they have catched the internal जो subject है उसको. ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि youth लोग जो हैं, जो आप फिल्म लाइन में आ गए हैं, और जो भी ऑफिसर्स हैं, जो अपने उन लोगों ने मर्म जो है उसको पहचान लिया है, समाज का क्या समस्या है और उसके अनुसार फिल्म बना रहे हैं, उसका निदान ढूंढ रहे हैं. आई लाइक वेरी.
थैंक यू सो मच.
जस्ट वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन. लोगों का जो रिस्पांस रहा है वो बहुत ही कमाल का रहा है. आप एक राइटर की हैसियत से भी लोगों की नब्ज़ को समझती हैं. किस तरह से आप देखती हैं इस पूरे बदलाव को पिछले कई सालों से इफ़ी यहाँ पर हो रहा है?
देखिए, इफ़ी की बात छोड़िए, जनरल जो फिल्म आई थी बीच में आज से 10 साल पहले, 15 साल पहले, वो ऐसा लगता था कि यूथ को भी लगता था कि ठीक नहीं दिखा रहा है. क्यों? क्योंकि हमारे आसपास की फिल्म नहीं होती थी. जो आम लोगों की ज़िंदगी है वैसी फिल्म नहीं होती थी, और आम लोगों की ज़िंदगी के अनुसार कथाएं भी नहीं लिखी जा रही थी. अब देख रहे हैं कि कहानियाँ भी आम लोगों की ज़िंदगी से फिर से पुनर ये भारतीय होने का एक जो आ रहा है, तो ये बहुत अच्छा साइन है विकास के लिए, समाज के विकास के लिए, स्वस्थ विकास के लिए, और इसलिए मैं बहुत खुश हूँ.
Thank you, ma'am. Credit goes to you. Congratulations.
That was Governor of Goa, Her Excellency Mridula Sinha with us, and she's herself a literature, a writer, a poet, and much more. So obviously people लोग अपनी संवेदनशीलता को जहन में रखते हुए जब एक फिल्म को देखते हैं, एक कलाकृति को देखते हैं, तो उनकी समझ और उनकी अपनी सोच और फिल्मकार जो कहना चाहते हैं उसमें अगर मेल हो जाए तो आई थिंक दैट मेक्स द ऑडियंस हैप्पी एंड वंडरफुल.
Absolutely, and people have been made really happy. I think they've got what they expected out of a festival like this, and hats off to the organizers, to the government. You know, government, they've become one. They've gelled with each other, and they have come up with absolutely sensational this year.
Something that one can talk about. इस बार काफ़ी इफ़ी में कई सारी बातें हुई जो पहली बार हुई, जैसे कि मास्टर क्लास में ऑस्कर एकेडमी के कुछ स्पेशलिस्ट आए, सम वेटरन्स वर हियर. इसके अलावा जैसे हमने कहा स्क्रीनिंग्स के बारे में भी ज़्यादा स्क्रीनिंग्स रखे रहे, देर रात तक स्क्रीनिंग्स चलते रहे. सोशल मीडिया का काफ़ी इस्तेमाल हुआ है इस बार इफ़ी में फिर एक बार, और काफ़ी सारे यंगस्टर्स जुड़ गए इस सोशल मीडिया के साथ. एंड देयर वर सम वंडरफुल फ्रिंज एक्टिविटीज़. यू नो, वी हैड absolutely nice Goan cuisine here. कुछ अच्छे व्यंजन लोगों तक पहुँचे इस फिल्म फेस्टिवल के बहाने. हालांकि फिल्मों से डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड ना ये बातें हों, फिर भी.
Exactly. On that note, we are lucky to have the team of Ram Singh Charlie with us, and we're going to have a little chat with them. Nitin, welcome. Please do join us. Welcome, Divyaji. Welcome, Sharif. Good evening.
How wonderful to join.
Pleasure being here.
What's been the response to your film, and what is your response to the festival, Nathan?
It's been a very warm response. I think that's how it has been, and it's been vice versa. The festival itself, I think I give them very warm regards right back, because I think this is the first time I'm attending IFFI. So I think it's at par with any international, and I'm proud of it. That it's so well organized, and it's big. It's really big, and I'm pleasure being here.
And Divaji, like you're an actor. You know, I always tell my friends whenever we have a little chat that when writers run out of their ink, they should turn to Divya Datta. That she's that kind of an actor. Divya, you've been a regular at festivals. What is your experience at IFFI?
I think being in Goa is again a beautiful place, and you celebrate cinema with your people, your kind of people, and lots of creative people around. You're celebrating cinema together. I think couldn't be much any better, I guess.
Sharif, you are extremely popular with people, especially after your first film. You know, the kind of connect you had with people, you know, your comic timing, and in general, what is your relationship with people? You like amongst being people, because at festival, obviously, you have this direct you know, access to them, you know, the experience.
Many people know me here actually, but I am definitely a people's person. I love to be in company of lots of people. I am a people's person. I like to be in a company of a lot of people, and I like to entertain them. I love singing songs for them. So Goa is the best place for this. And then of course we are getting to watch so many nice films. Last night we saw Deepan, which was amazing. So I'm very happy to be here. This is also my first time. So
all right, enjoy the evening.
Like Divya, we see you both regularly here.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for talking to us. So
How many more films can we talk about? मतलब गिनती कितनी फिल्मों की करें जो बहुत अच्छी फिल्में कहलाई है. लोग कभी कभी सोचते हैं कि इस एक फिल्म को देखने के बाद शायद दूसरी अच्छी हो या उससे भी ज़्यादा. बट आई मस्ट टॉक अबाउट सम डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज एज वेल. ना अक्षय, कितने ही डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज ऐसे थे जो कि बिल्कुल दिल से बनाए हुए. देयर वाज वन विच टॉक्ड अबाउट अ वुमन नॉट लेटिंग हर फॉरेस्ट गो. देयर वाज वन विच टॉक्ड अबाउट द डॉटर्स ऑफ मदर इंडिया. कितनी ही ऐसे डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज थे जो डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज काफ़ी हार्ड हिटिंग कहलाए, रियल लाइफ स्टोरी से इंस्पायर्ड कहलाए, और साथ ही साथ ये ऐसी भी डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज थे जो लोगों तक ये बात पहुंचाना चाहते थे. और मुझे एक और बात कहनी है इस फिल्म समारोह के बहाने, कि इस फिल्म समारोह में हमने वो भी फिल्में देखी जो एक युग से रिलेटेड थी और हमें लगा था कि ये युग अब बीत चुका है. देयर वाज अ फिल्म, यू रिमेंबर, यू इंटरव्यूड ऑन खमेर रूज पे, कंबोडियन फिल्म दैट वी टॉक अबाउट. एंड आउशविट्स पे एक फिल्म थी, द जर्मन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन कैंप पे. कहाँ लगता रहा हमें कि 1900, द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर पीरियड पर्टिकुलरली दैट वी टॉक अबाउट, और इवन अ लिटिल लेटर, कि ये दौर निकल गया, वो बात जो थी वो हो गई, वो वायलेंस गुजर गया हमसे. बट नो, दीज फिल्म्स हैव ब्रॉट दोज टाइम्स बैक टू अस टू मेक अस रियलाइज कि हमारे ये बात सोच में आ जाए कि वो वक्त अगर गुजर भी चुका है तो भी उससे सीखने के लिए हमारे पास आज भी बहुत है. एंड सो आई थिंक इट वाज हार्टनिंग. सो ऑन वन हैंड जहाँ पर हमें कॉन्टेम्प्रेरी फिल्म्स थी, जहाँ लोगों ने इस दौर की, इस समय की फिल्में बनाई थी, वहीं कहीं जाकर खमेरूज की बात हो रही है, वहीं कहीं जाकर जर्मन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन कैंप्स की बात हो रही है, वहीं कहीं जाकर वी जस्ट स्पोक अबाउट द इजराइल पैलेस्टाइन इशू. सो देयर वर सम इवेंट्स विच हैव ऑलवेज रिमेन्ड इन द माइंड्स ऑफ पीपल, एंड नो मैटर हाउ मेनी जनरेशंस हैव गॉन बाय, these memories have not erased, and we do not want them to be erased for the simple reason that we want to go back in times and think about what more can we learn from them, and how we need not repeat them, and they need not take so much from human beings.
That's right. I totally agree with you. And talking about documentaries, you know, we were talking about documentaries a little while ago. मेरा ख्याल है, मैं समझता हूँ कि documentary जो सबसे खालिस medium है film making का, वो है, it's absolutely pure and, you know, without an iota of involvement, because there is no commercial intent as far as filmmaking is concerned. And you know, that's one section that has been a super hit with not only viewers but also the aspiring filmmakers, and you know, people coming from different walks of life, people, the young students of films, film lovers who've been watching films for decades, coming with their families, and the kind of variety it offered, from documentaries to feature and non-feature, as you mentioned, from different times, different eras, you know. And obviously the closing film, The Clan, is also set in 1980s, you know. So this is the variety this offers, and this is the kind of dynamic nature of the festival which makes it extremely interesting, and that's why it's even a 10-day long festival looks like as if, you know, it's gone in a snap.
इनफैक्ट हम सोच रहे हैं ना कि इंडियन पैनोरामा भी तकरीबन 26 फीचर फिल्में थी और 21 नॉन फीचर फिल्में थी, एंड दैट वाज क्वाइट अ काउंट टू कंसिडर कि फीचर फिल्मों के मुकाबले में इतनी सारी नॉन फीचर फिल्में थी जिनके लिए भी लोगों का रिस्पांस काफ़ी अच्छा रहा. And in the last 10 days, as we spoke to many people, we did realize कि इनसे बात करते हुए उन्होंने इन फिल्मों को पसंद किया है. And they do what? We have spoken about this, ना अक्षय, कि अगर एक तरफ फिल्मकार चाहते हैं कि सीरियस अपने तरीके से एक इशू बेस्ड फिल्म बनाए, तो लोग भी चाहते हैं, फिल्म समारोह में आने वाले लोग भी चाहते हैं कि अच्छी फिल्में देखें, बेहतरीन फिल्में देखें, सोच वाली फिल्में देखें.
Exactly. On that note, we have Shri Jagdish Chandra, CEO of ETV, with us. We'll have a little chat with him and find out his experiences of the festival.
Jagdish
Good
Chandra,
evening,
thank
sir.
you.
Welcome.
For such a grand
Thank
show.
you. Thank you.
Very nice. I am Jagdish Chandra. We run ETV News Network in the country. We run our channels in 14 states with a viewership
So,
of 20
the
crores.
festival-
I'm coming in the festival. It's the largest network in the country. So we will carry success story of this festival to the 20 crore audience of this country through our news channels. Now you can ask.
As a media person, like, what is your association with film festival like? So,
Film festival, we are closely associated. We watch it. We carry your success stories to the people, to the rural masses of the country, because we are the voice of the people of the rural India in a way. So we are continuously carrying your coverage, your association to the masses. So I have come here to participate and to see, and I would like to congratulate the program. The entire show is being held in a very systematic manner. It was inaugurated by the Honorable Minister. I think this is the first time such a huge number of foreign films have come. Good arrangements have been done, and I think the credit goes to the new young leadership of the department of the ministry, that is practically headed by Rajavardhan Singh Rathod and Sunil Lodha. Of course, minister is there. So at the end of the day, I thought I must congratulate you, and we'll carry the success story of the festival to the masses through our network. Thank you.
have you been able to catch up some films, sir?
Yes. My team has got it. We'll carry.
All right.
in the coming days.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you
sir.
so
Enjoy the
much.
evening.
And there is one more opportunity to watch wonderful films if someone could have ever missed, क्योंकि इस बार सोशल मीडिया पे एक ऐप बताया गया था जिससे डाउनलोड करने के बाद आप उन फिल्मों की तरफ भी झुक सकते हैं जो फिल्में शायद आपने कहीं मिस कर दी हो यहाँ वहाँ. सोशल मीडिया का इस बार काफ़ी इस्तेमाल हुआ है और लोगों ने इसे काफ़ी अच्छी तरह से लिया भी है.
And now we are shortly going to have the chief guest of the evening. We're going to have a chat with him and find out his experiences. Obviously, he's a huge name internationally, and having him as a chief guest, having Mr. A.R. Rahman as the chief guest of the evening is obviously not only a cherry on the cake, but also a matter of pride for all of us.
And he's somebody who has been with the ace music director इलैया राजा, जो ओपनिंग सेरेमनी के वक्त हमारे साथ थे, और उन्होंने एक बहुत खूबसूरत बात कही थी. अक्षय, तुम्हें याद है? उन्होंने कहा था सिनेमा नदी की तरह है, नदी जैसे बहती रहती है, आगे बढ़ती रहती है. सिनेमा भी वैसा ही है. हमारे इमोशंस, हमारे ख्याल, हमारी सोच उस दौर की साथ लेकर सिनेमा आगे बढ़ता है. एंड इलैया राजा, आई विश वी वर एबल टू स्पेंड अ लिटिल लॉन्गर टाइम, अ लिटिल मोर टाइम विद हिम, बट येस, एटलीस्ट दैट स्मॉल अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट वी गॉट हैज़ बीन अ वंडरफुल एक्सपीरियंस फॉर अस. और ऐसे इलैया राजा के साथ जुड़ाव रहा ए.आर. रहमान का, एंड वी विल बी एबल टू probably catch up with him and listen to what he also has to say with the audience at a later time in auditorium as well.
That's so right. I know, it is true about every artist, whether it is in music or martial arts or sports. You just be like water, and if you are as fluent and as flexible as water, the form you will take is automatically going to be not only beautiful, but it will set an example for the peoples to come.
Absolutely so. और मुझे ये भी लगता है कि बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है हमारे लिए कभी एक मौका अपने आप को देने का, कि इतनी आसानी से फिल्में जब हम तक पहुंच रही है, इतना सब फेस्टिवल ऑर्गेनाइज किया हुआ है, तो ऐसे में एक मौका सिर्फ हम अपने आप को दे दें कि जाए और उस फिल्म को देखें. अदरवाइज वेयर वुड यू एवर गेट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू ट्रैवल ऑल द वे टू पेरू और टू कंबोडिया और टू ब्राज़ील और टू अर्जेंटीना. बाय द वे, वी हैड a good segment on Argentinian films as well, and we have spoken about Country Focus, which was the Spain.
Obviously, I was having a little word with
Kingdom of Spain.
Kingdom of Spain. When I was talking to Consular of Culture and Press Affairs, Alejandra Fortes. She just shared her thought. We watched a film together called Isla Bonita, and we had a little word, and she said कि it's not about film from a certain country or a certain culture, but basically people are just the same. The emotions are just the same. The love, the hatred, sadness or happiness. That's what festival like IFFI, the idea brings out, and that's what we get to learn from it. And obviously it's just the beauty. It's absolutely beautiful, the experience.
Well, the chief guest has arrived now, and very soon we will have the IFFI song for you.
Films are alive, films take us high, films give us wings to reach for the skies. फिल्मों से हमें है प्यार, फिल्में है हमारा संसार. Zoe, 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 I'm a picture, Zoya. 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 Nodi, 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 namma cinema nodana. Nodi, 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 namma cinema nodana. Dekho, 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 ami cinema dekhte jabo. Dekho, 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 ami cinema dekhte jabo.
Es nuestra IFFI. Vamos a celebrar IFFI. Es nuestra IFFI. Vamos a celebrar IFFI.
Films make us happy and films make us cry. Films give us strength to live our lives. फिल्मी दुनिया में हम खोए हैं, फिल्मों की बारिश में भीगे हैं. Zoe, 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 I'm a picture, Zoya. Zoe, 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 I'm a picture, Zoya. Sudumo, 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 memu cinema sudumo. Sudumo, 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 memu cinema sudumo. Noku, 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 namada cinema gaana. Noku, 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 namada cinema gaana. Sal, 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 I'm a cinema bagoya. Sal, 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 I'm a cinema bagoya.
Es nuestra IFFI. Vamos a celebrar IFFI. Es nuestra IFFI. Vamos a celebrar IFFI.
IFFI है हमारा, ये IFFI है हम सबका. ये IFFI है हमारा, ये IFFI है हम सबका. Zoe, 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 I'm a picture, Zoya. Zoe, 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 I'm a picture, Zoya. Nodi, 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 namma cinema nodana. Nodi, 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 namma cinema nodana. Dekho, 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 I'm a cinema dekhte jabo. Dekho, 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 I'm a cinema dekhte jabo. Zoe, 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 I'm a picture, Zoya. Zoe, 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 I'm a picture, Zoya.
It's IFFI time in Goa. It's IFFI time in Goa. It's IFFI time in Goa. It's IFFI time in Goa, Goa.
और फिल्मों का ये मैजिक जो है, सिनेमा का जो ये मैजिक जो है, हमें हमेशा हमेशा उसकी तरफ खींच लाता है, सेल्यूलाइड की तरफ खींच लाता है. फिल्मों को देखना कितना आकर्षक एक्सपीरियंस, एक अनुभव होता है. श्री श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी स्टेडियम में हम हैं और इस स्टेडियम में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया का, भारत के अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म समारोह का, गोवा में हो रहे इस समारोह का समापन समारोह है. और इस समापन समारोह के लिए हम सभी यहाँ उपस्थित हैं, इस स्टेडियम में हाजिर हैं. और अब से बस कुछ ही देर में समापन समारोह की शुरुआत होगी, लेकिन इससे पहले ज़रूर कुछ बातें हम आप तक पहुँचाएंगे.
46th International Film Festival of India this evening. It's time to turn back the clock and rewind our time on the movies in the past 10 days. Let's revisit
और अब
IFFI 2015.
और अब it's time to welcome on stage, and this is the time we are going to have glimpses of IFFI. गोवा में आयोजित 46वें अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म समारोह का उद्घाटन 20 नवंबर 2015 को हुआ। इस उद्घाटन समारोह में उपस्थित थे केंद्रीय सूचना और प्रसारण मंत्री श्री अरुण जेटली, रक्षा मंत्री मनोहर पर्रिकर, गोवा की गवर्नर श्रीमती मृदुला सिन्हा, सूचना और प्रसारण राज्य मंत्री श्री राज्यवर्धन सिंह राठौड़, गोवा के मुख्यमंत्री श्री लक्ष्मीकांत पार्सेकर, सूचना और प्रसारण मंत्रालय के सचिव सुनील अरोरा, चीफ सेक्रेटरी ऑफ गोवा आर के श्रीवास्तव, डायरेक्टोरेट ऑफ फिल्म फेस्टिवल के डायरेक्टर सी सेंथिल राजन और उद्घाटन समारोह के प्रमुख अतिथि थे अभिनेता अनिल कपूर। उद्घाटन समारोह में टेरेंस लुइस और उनके ग्रुप ने रियल लाइफ टू रियल लाइफ इस थीम पर शानदार नृत्य प्रदर्शन किया। छियालीसवें अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म समारोह की इनॉग्रल फिल्म थी मैथ्यू ब्राउन की निर्देशित भारतीय गणितज्ञ श्रीनिवास रामानुजन के जीवन पर आधारित फिल्म द मैन हु न्यू इन्फिनिटी। इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया में इस वर्ष 89 देशों की 187 फिल्में शामिल थी। इंटरनेशनल कंपटीशन सेक्शन में दुनिया भर की 15 फिल्में थी, जिनमें 2 फिल्में भारतीय थी। इंडियन पैनोरमा में भारतीय प्रादेशिक भाषाओं की फिल्में थी, फीचर तथा नॉन फीचर फिल्में भी। 7,000 लोगों ने इस बार रजिस्ट्रेशन किया था और इंडियन पैनोरमा के अलावा वर्ल्ड सिनेमा सेक्शन की फिल्मों को दर्शकों ने बहुत पसंद किया। पिछले वर्ष की तरह इस बार भी भारत के नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन पर एक खास सेगमेंट था। नॉर्थ ईस्ट में पहली फिल्म आसाम में बनी थी। अब तक भारत के इस उत्तरी पूर्व प्रदेश में लगभग 400 फिल्में बनी है। इस प्रदेश के फिल्म निर्माता निर्देशकों को बढ़ावा देने के लिए सरकार और समाज दोनों की तरफ से कोशिश होनी चाहिए, ये कहना था मणिपुर के नामी निदेशक अरिबम श्याम शर्मा का, जिनकी फिल्मों का भी एक रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव सेगमेंट फिल्म फेस्टिवल में शामिल किया गया था। इस वर्ष अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म महोत्सव में फोकस कंट्री सेगमेंट में स्पेन इस देश की फिल्में शामिल थी। स्पेन के कुछ बेहतरीन निर्देशकों की फिल्में इस समारोह में दिखाई गई। फिल्म समारोह एक मौका है उभरते हुए फिल्मकार, एक्सपीरियंस्ड फिल्म निर्माता निर्देशकों को मिले और साथ ही ये मौका है फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के लोगों के लिए आपस में मुलाकातें करने के लिए भी। इस फिल्म फेस्टिवल में फिल्मों के कुछ लोकप्रिय निर्देशक भी हाजिर थे। फिल्म निर्माता निदेशक सुभाष घई ने समारोह में अपने विचार लोगों तक पहुंचाए। मास्टर क्लासेस इस समारोह का एक अहम हिस्सा है, जहां टैलेंटेड और एक्सपीरियंस्ड आर्टिस्ट, डायरेक्टर्स, प्रोड्यूसर्स अपने क्षेत्र की कुछ बातें और अपना अनुभव औरों तक पहुंचाते हैं। इस वर्ष पहली बार इस मास्टर क्लासेस में ऑस्कर एकेडमी से जुड़े हुए लोग शामिल हुए थे। टॉकेथॉन इस सीरीज में विविध फिल्मों के क्रू मेंबर्स के साथ साथ फिल्म डिग्निटरीज के साथ भी चर्चा हुई। गोवा के कला अकादमी में ब्लैक बॉक्स ऑडिटोरियम में फिल्मों से जुड़े तकनीकी विषयों पर लेक्चर्स और चर्चा भी हुई। 2 या 2 से अधिक देश साथ में आकर फिल्में बनाए, ये उन देशों के लिए एक मौका है और इससे सांस्कृतिक आदान प्रदान भी होगा। को प्रोडक्शन ऑफ फिल्म्स पर इस IFFI में कुछ वर्कशॉप्स हुए, जिनमें कुछ निर्माता निदेशकों ने अपने अनुभव लोगों के साथ शेयर किए। हमेशा ही की तरह फिल्म बाजार में विचारों का आदान प्रदान रहा और सिंगल विंडो क्लियरेंस फॉर फिल्म्स पर डिस्कशन भी हुआ। फिल्म बाजार में फिल्म निर्माण के बारे में चर्चा हुई, जिसमें विविध देशों के प्रोडक्शन हाउस के लोग शामिल थे। इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया में ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट फिल्में थी, कुछ क्लासिक फिल्में भी थी। भारतीय और अलग अलग देशों की फिल्में भी शामिल थी। फीचर फिल्में तथा डॉक्यूमेंट्री फिल्म्स थी और 22 वर्षों बाद बनी पहली संस्कृत भाषा की फिल्म और कुछ और प्रादेशिक फिल्में भी शामिल थी। विमेन क्लेचर में महिला निदेशकों की फिल्में थी और नए निदेशकों की फिल्में फर्स्ट कट सेगमेंट में थी। दर्शकों ने इस समारोह को और फिल्मों को बहुत पसंद किया। थिएटर के बाहर लंबी कतार और रिपीट स्क्रीनिंग की डिमांड को आयोजकों ने भी मान लिया। अब समय है कुछ डिग्निटरीज की बातें सुनने का और पुरस्कारों का भी। इंटरनेशनल जूरी का फैसला होगा कि इस शाम कौन सी फिल्म और निदेशक या एक्टर पुरस्कार के हकदार होंगे। फिल्म निदेशक शेखर कपूर है इंटरनेशनल जूरी के चेयरपर्सन और उनकी टीम में है यूनाइटेड किंगडम के माइकल रेडफोर्ड, जर्मनी की जूलिया जेंट, कोरिया के यॉन यू हॉन और सुहा अरफ भी। देशों के बीच की सरहदें मिटाने का, सांस्कृतिक आदान प्रदान का और मैत्रीपूर्ण संबंध बनाए रखने का एक बेहतरीन जरिया अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म समारोह है, यकीनन। और बस अब से कुछ ही समय में समापन समारोह की शुरुआत होगी। इस समापन समारोह में काफ़ी लोग उपस्थित होंगे और इतने सारे लोग जो यहाँ पर है मौजूद, इन लोगों के साथ इस समारोह को आगे बढ़ाते हुए ज़रूर हम सोचेंगे कि इन कुछ पिछले दिनों में जितनी भी फिल्में देखी है, जो सोचा है, समझा है, जाना है, वो बेहतरीन ही होगा। एक इफ़ी के बाद हमेशा हर वक्त एक और इफ़ी का इंतज़ार होता है। इफ़ी, दैट्स इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया 2015, जिसकी शुरुआत
Films are alive, films take us high, films give us wings to reach for the skies. फिल्मों से हमें है प्यार, फिल्में हैं हमारा संसार. Soy, 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 I'm a picture, soya. 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 Nodi, 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 namma cinema nodana. Nodi, 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 namma cinema nodana. Dekho, 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 ami cinema dekhte jabo. Dekho, 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 ami cinema dekhte jabo.
Es nuestra IFFI. Vamos a celebrar IFFI. Es nuestra IFFI. Vamos a celebrar IFFI.
Films make us happy and films make us cry. Films give us strength to live our lives. फिल्मी दुनिया में हम खोए हैं, फिल्मों की बारिश में भीगे हैं. Soy, 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 I'm a picture, soya. Soy, 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 I'm a picture, soya. Sudumu, 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 memu cinema sudumu. Sudumu, 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 memu cinema sudumu. Noku, 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 namada cinema gana. Noku, 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 namada cinema gana. Sal, 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 I'm a cinema bagoya. Sal, 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 I'm a cinema bagoya.
Es nuestra IFFI. Vamos a celebrar IFFI. Es nuestra IFFI. Vamos a celebrar IFFI.
IFFI है हमारा, ये IFFI है हम सबका. ये IFFI है हमारा, ये IFFI है हम सबका. Soy, 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 I'm a picture, soya. 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 Soy, 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 I'm a picture, soya.
It's IFFI time in Goa. 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 It's IFFI time in Goa.
It's time to welcome on stage our hosts for this evening, a gentleman who is amongst the first when it comes to truly global Indian actors, a persona that's magnetic. And with him, a lady who has gorgeous written all over her personality and brilliance written all over her work. From theater to films, she has enamored audiences worldwide. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Kabir Bedi and Lulette Dubey.
closing ceremony of the International Film Festival India 2015. Honorable Governor of Goa, Srimati Mridula Sinha, Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Shri Lakshmikant Parsekar, Honorable Minister of State, Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathod, our illustrious Chief Guest, Shri A.R. Rahman, Damodar Naik, Vice President, Chairman, Entertainment Society of Goa, the Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Shri Sunil Arora, Chairman of the jury, Shekhar Kapoor, and our distinguished jurors, Shri Mukesh Khanna, Head of the Children's Film Society and the Films Division, Shri Satish Shah and Shreyas Talpade, are well-known and popular performers, and the entire Indian Panorama section, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Namaskar, good evening, a very warm welcome to all of you. आज IFFI 215 के इस 10 दिन के जश्न को हम कह रहे हैं अलविदा.
Thank you, Goa. Thank you. You are a beautiful state, a wonderful people, and your hospitality is legendary. A big thank you from IFFI. We're all here because we love film. That's what brings us all together. And every year, India makes more films than any other country in the world. Over 1,000 films every year. We love films, and we love festivals too.
So, an international film festival like IFFI is a very, very special event indeed. That's what IFFI 2015 was, a very festive cinematic event with nearly 300 films from 90 countries across the globe. It's been a feast for film lovers and for cinema lovers, both here in India and for our delegates from around the world, for both of whom it's been 10 days of fun, entertainment, and a lot of learning about something we all love, cinema.
I believe our delegates from India and those from around the world enjoyed IFFI's bouquet of films in the Indian panorama. Many were cinematic gems with thought-provoking and at times revolutionary depictions of life.
Fiction, reality और creativity, इसका सुंदर संगम है हमारे फिल्मों में, हमारे सिनेमा में. To start the proceedings for today, please give a very warm welcome to the Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Shri Sunil Arora.
Very difficult to speak when two icons are around. We'll try nevertheless. Honorable Governor of Goa, Srimati Mridula Sinha ji, Honorable CM Goa, Shri Lakshmikant Parsekar ji, Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh ji Rathod, winner of this year's Lifetime Achievement Award, Mr. Nikita Mikhalikov. I'm deliberately missing out the middle name because maybe I'll not take it right. Chief guest of the evening, A.R. Rahman Saab, Vice Chairman of our society, Tamu Saab, Chairperson of the International Jury, Shekhar Kapoor ji, and members of jury, Mr. Raman Khanna, my colleague and friend, R.K. Srivastav, CS, Goa, all award winners, my colleagues from the ministry, Sanjay, Senthil, the three people who have been guiding this entire festival throughout, but who are behind the scenes, Vani ji, Bharat Balaji, Sudhir Mishra ji, our CEO, young and very energetic CEO of AGS, Amiya Abhyankar ji, Satish Kaushik ji, Raman Khanna Sahab. It gives me immense pleasure to be here on the occasion of the closing function of 46th International Film Festival of India. Pleasure not because the festival is closing, because by all reckoning, the reckoning of the stakeholders, things seem to have gone okay. During the past 10 days, all of us had the privilege of enjoying some of the masterpieces of eminent as well as young filmmakers across the globe, meeting and interacting with them. This is one industry in which a lot of people started and did a lot of struggle in life in their beginning, in their initial stages. And one can say that a whole lot of them, with them one can say that हवादस से उलझकर मुस्कुराना मेरी फितरत है, मुझे दुश्वारियों में अश्क बरसाना नहीं आता. So this industry is full of such people who really rose to the occasion, who stood the test of time, and who have now become iconic figures in India and abroad. I'll not take too much of your time. You are here to see the festival, to see the program. Whenever any such thing ends, one wonders what next. The next is IFFI 16. And we hope that IFFI 16 in every way would be a step up on IFFI 15. Honorable CM Goa in the opening said that we are on the way to making permanent facilities here. I am sure Government of Goa will do something about it, as they are already doing. Sir, I had the occasion of attending 2-3 meetings here in the run-up to the festival, and I can assure you that the kind of cooperation we got from your team, I can never forget it all my life. And before we end, I think it's better to end on a slightly poetic note. इस तरह फूट कर नहीं रोते, जान सी चीज़ यूं नहीं खोते, जिंदगी है तो फिर भी आएंगे, बात बिगड़ी हुई बनाएंगे, मिसरा मीर पढ़ के फरमाया, फिर मिलेंगे अगर खुदा लाया.
बहुत खूब अरोड़ा साहब आप रहिए हमारे साथ. Please remain on stage, sir, because we'd like you to remain on stage for the next felicitation. Each year, IFFI associates itself with the top art directors of the country. And we would like to invite on stage and honor Shri Sushant Tari for his design work in 2014. Please come on stage, Mr. Tari. We also wanted to honor Shri Sabu Cyril for his work in 2015. Unfortunately, due to his illness, Cyril could not be with us today. A big hand for Mr. Tari, Sushant Tari, felicitated for his work in art design by IFFI. Thank you, sir. But we'd like to thank Sabu Cyril for his contribution to making this year's IFFI a very successful event. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rhoda sir.
Thank you. अब आप तालियों के साथ स्वागत करेंगे प्लीज गोवा के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री लक्ष्मीकांत पार्सेकर जी को.
Her Excellency, Governor of Goa, Srimati Mridula Ji Sinha, Honorable Union Minister of State, Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajvardhan Singh Ji, Chief Guest of today's ceremony, Shri A.R. Rahman Ji, Leader of the Opposition, Shriman Pratap Singh Ji Rane, my ministers, Vice Chairman of ESG, Shri Damu Naik, Secretary Information and Broadcasting, Shri Sunil Ji Arora, Chief Secretary, Mr. R.K. Srivastav, my colleagues, MLAs, Ladies and gentlemen, on the concluding day today, I am filled with profound gratitude, satisfaction, and joy. सगळ्यांक मना काळजांतसून येवकार. The 46th International Film Festival of India has further enhanced the image of this state as a world-class film destination. The 11-day-long festival of acclaimed movies from all continents was, of course, a virtual treat for thousands of film lovers. We are indeed indebted to IFFI for creating film culture in the state, in this state of the country. The 10-day festival, which began in Goa from November 20th, had a stellar line of world cinema and participation from national and international dignitaries. Noted national and international film personalities like filmmakers Shekhar Kapoorji, Shyam Benegal, Kaushik Ganguly, Matthew Brown, producer-director Pablo Trapero, Alejandro Amenabar, Tom Hooper, Carlos Saura, Michael Redford, actors like Anil Kapoor, Nana Patekar, Khannaji, better known as Shaktiman, music director A.R. Rahman, and many other film personalities attending the function. Country's annual biggest film fest screened 187 movies in world-class section and 47 films in Indian panorama section. Anil Kapoorji presided over the opening ceremony as the chief guest, while music master Mr. A.R. Rahman is here with us as the chief guest at the closing ceremony of this mega event. Shri A.R. Rahman is composer, singer, songwriter, music producer, musician, and philanthropist. His works are noted for integrating Eastern classical music with electronic music, world music, and traditional orchestral arrangements. Matthew Brown's The Man Who Knew Infinity was the opening film of the festival. The festival also hosted the 9th edition of Film Bazaar that focused on more than 150 film projects. Delegates from 38 countries participated in this Film Bazaar. Filmmakers of today look for and find new ways of influencing the audience, using the experience of film masters of the past, the latest technical solutions, and their own know-hows. They work towards the development of this art, towards making it more and more universal and accessible to the popular masses. This helps to raise the standards of international cultural dialogue and to take it to a new level. Cinema speaks a universal language. It has meaning and relevance for all people, regardless of their national, cultural, or social backgrounds. Films bring diversity to the fore, while also underscoring the values, the feelings, and the longings that we all share as human beings. I take this opportunity to congratulate all those who have bagged the prestigious awards today. I also congratulate today's Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Shri Nikita Mikhalkov. Let this motivate and inspire all others to come up with good films worthy of international viewing. Goa being a permanent venue for IFFI, it is our responsibility to make available and also upgrade the necessary infrastructure to develop the film culture in this state. On this day, I would like to take this opportunity to inform you that my government is already in the process of developing the required infrastructure to be completed in next 2 years. I thank you all. I thank you all for being here with us for this IFFI. Thank you. Jai Hind. Dev Bare Koru.
Thank you, Chief Minister Parsekharji. Your contributions to the success of the festival are immense, and we acknowledge them with great gratitude.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You know, we as a country have evolved with cinema. It's been 100 years and counting. Indian cinema has evolved with each passing year. From the silent movies to the talkies, from watching movies on makeshift screens and whirring projectors to the multi-screen experience with state-of-the-art sound and digitally mastered visuals. We've come a long way, and today India can match world standards with many of its films.
In fact, Indian filmmakers ने करोड़ों सिनेमा गोअर्स को अपने एक्सक्लूसिव अंदाज से रोमांस करना, सिस्टम से लड़ना, गुनगुनाना, रोना, हंसना, सब कुछ सिखाया. Yes, we are a cinema crazy nation and proud of it. And you could see a reflection of this in our movies as well as in our lives and vice versa.
Kabhi real, kabhi reel. The amazing journey of Indian cinema continues. We'd like to take you through a journey of India's cinema in a visually very interesting but different way.
From the Lumiere brothers to Save Dadas, the wrestlers, from Dada Saheb Phalke, the father of Indian cinema, to the Bengal movement, which led to the discovery of the greats like Satyajit Ray and Ritvik Ghatak, from AVM, the biggest ever cinematic studio in the south, to the great works of the renowned northeastern lyricist, late Bhupin Hazarika. Here's a man who brings new forms to visuals with his magic fingers when he works with sand.
Presenting iconic images from Indian cinema, here's India's best sand artist, Rahul Arya.
In 1985, Lumiere brothers made their first film, La Sortie de l'usine Lumière de Lyon, which is considered the first true motion picture. It was the year 1913 when the father of Indian cinema, Dada Saheb Phalke, made India's first full-length feature film, Raja Harishchandra. ये दौर था बदलावों का. तभी पहली बार आर्देशीर ईरानी in 1931 realized the potential of sound and music. और आलम आरा के रूप में we got the first ever Indian.
उसका भी भला और जो न दे उसका भी भला. उन्हें आज भी अपनी अफ्तारी उसे दे दी बेटा.
कुदरत ताने ताने पर सबका नाम लिख देती है.
इधर जहां देश में आजादी की लड़ाई चल रही थी, तो वहीं फिल्मी दुनिया में भी एक अलग आजादी ने सांस ली. अनटचेबिलिटी जैसे गंभीर मुद्दे को बड़े पर्दे पर बहुत खूबसूरती से दर्शाया गया 1936 की फिल्म अछूत कन्या में, which is an early super hit in the Indian film industry. (1943) brings the first blockbuster movie of Indian cinema, किस्मत। खुले विचारों से बनी ज्ञान मुखर्जी की इस फिल्म ने पहली बार इंडियन सिनेमा में काफी बोल्ड थीम को हाईलाइट किया, showing an anti-hero and an unmarried girl falling in relationship positively. साथ ही सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर के दौरान आया गाना दूर हटो से देशभक्ति की लहर को नई ऊर्जा मिली।
हुआ है जंग तुम्हारा, जाग उठो हिंदुस्तानी, तुम न किसी के आगे झुकना, जर्मन हो या जापानी। शुरू हुआ है जंग तुम्हारा, जाग उठो हिंदुस्तानी, तुम न किसी के आगे झुकना, जर्मन हो या जापानी। आज सभी के लिए हमारा यही कौमी नारा है, आज सभी के लिए हमारा यही कौमी नारा है। दूर हटो, दूर हटो, दूर हटो है दुनिया वालों, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। दूर हटो है दुनिया वालों, हिंदुस्तान हमारा है। आज हिमालय की चोटी से फिर हमने ललकारा है, आज हिमालय की चोटी से फिर हमने ललकारा है। दूर हटो, दूर हटो, दूर हटो।
Now filmmakers started experimenting with subject. For example, Andaz showed Dilip Kumar, Nargis and Raj Kapoor in a tug-of-love triangle relationship bound by the family values in modern India. और इसी के साथ 1949 की अंदाज भारतीय सिनेमा के लिए मील का पत्थर साबित हुई।
हम आज कहीं दिल खो बैठे, हम आज कहीं, हम आज कहीं दिल खो बैठे, हम आज कहीं। यूं समझो किसी के हो बैठे, यूं समझो किसी के हो बैठे, हम आज कहीं।
फिल्मों में उन्नति लेकर आया बंगाली सिनेमा, and the legend Satyajit Ray came with a fresh storytelling with Pother Panchali in 1955. उस दौरान की फिल्मों ने इंडियन सिनेमा को विश्व में नई बुलंदियों पर पहुंचाया, जिनमें शामिल है ऋत्विक घटक की नागरिक, बिमल रॉय की दो बीघा जमीन, सत्यजीत राय की दी अप्पू ट्रिलॉजी।
তোমাকে পত্র দিতে পারি নাই, বোধ করি চিন্তিত আছো। যাহা হোক, সংবাদ শুভ। ইদানিং রোজগারের উপায় হইয়াছে, আমি অল্পকালের মধ্যেই দেশে ফিরিব। অনুমান এতদিনে ভাগ্য ফিরিল। ঈশ্বর যাহা করেন তাহা মঙ্গলের জন্য।
(1940) का ये दशक भारतीय सिनेमा में गोल्डन ईरा कहलाता है। Japanese filmmaker Akira Kurosawa said of Roy's work, To have not seen the films of Roy is to have lived in the world without ever having seen the moon and the sun. इंटरनेशनल फेस्टिवल्स में अब इंडियन सिनेमा नाम कमा रही थी और यही वो दौर था जिसने आज के इंडियन सिनेमा की नींव बनाई. Today's Indian cinema is where it is because of the hardships these films had to go through. किसी ने खूब कहा है, आज मैं हूं जहां कल कोई और था. ये भी एक दौर है, वो भी एक दौर था, पर वो दौर क्या दौर था. इंडियन सिनेमा की उस दौर को सलाम.
Thank you.
Rahul,
Thank you.
you've given a new meaning to writing in the sands of time, really. Such dexterity, beautiful. Nobody could believe that you could have so much artistry with something like sand. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Wonderful images. This year, if he is going to highlight one particular aspect of Indian films, something that makes them truly unique. And what makes many popular films in India unique is the way they integrate music and dance into their stories and narrative. The Indian film industry is the only industry, the only cinema in the world that gives its country all its popular music. And not just one country, all the overseas diasporas of India, Bangladesh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the amazingly talented Shillong Chamber Choir. A big round of applause, please.
Shillong Chamber Choir.
Good evening, you lovely people of Goa. It's such an honor, it's so wonderful to be here, entertaining all of you on this, the 46th closing ceremony of the International Film Festival of India. And performing before this august audience, it's such an honor. And as we know, songs are the soul of popular cinema in our country. We perform for you today film music down the ages. While these songs are a blend of Indian folk, Indian classical, and Western music, when we perform them, we also medley them from time to time with popular Western hits. To start with then, a song sung by the legendary Shamshad Begum in the 1954 Guru Dutt film, Aar Paar. Thank you. Salil Chowdhury's music, Lata ji and Mukesh singing in the 1958 Bimal Roy film Madhumati, a film about love and reincarnation with, if you permit me, the play, hauntingly beautiful music.
Somewhere, my love, there will be songs to sing. Although the snow covers the hopes of spring, somewhere ahead blossoms in green and gold, and there are dreams, all that your heart can hold. मुस्कुराते प्यार का असर है हर कहीं, हम कहाँ है दिल किधर है कुछ खबर नहीं। मुस्कुराते प्यार का असर है हर कहीं, हम कहाँ है दिल किधर है कुछ खबर नहीं। किधर है कुछ खबर नहीं, किधर है कुछ खबर नहीं।
The 1960 film Dil Apna Aur Preet Parai was our version of the Doctor-Nurse romance. The filmfare that year went to the film's music directors Shankar J. Kishan. We will perform for you one of the most evocative songs, but before that, our tribute to the cult film and its delightful lead pair. Here's R.D. Burman's Anthem to Friendship from the 1975 mega movie Sholay.
अजीब दास्तां है ये, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके ना हम। अजीब दास्तां है ये, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके ना हम। ये रोशनी के साथ क्यों हुआ था चिराग से, ये रोशनी के साथ क्यों हुआ था चिराग से।
अजीब दास्तां है ये, कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके न हम, किसी का प्यार लेके तुम
नया जहां बसाओगे, ये शाम जब आएगी, हमको याद आओगे।
ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे। ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे। जीना साथ है,
खाना पीना साथ है,
मन जीना साथ है सारी जिंदगी। ये दोस्ती तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे।
The 70s sparkled with the talent of R.D. Burman. He, along with Kishore Kumar, Muhammad Rafi, and Asha Bhosle, gave us the virtually ageless album of Yado Ki Barat. Let's sing along then, ladies and gentlemen, with this classic and with another one, Majru Sultanpuri and music director Ravi's effort to help Shami Kapoor romance his lady. Ladies and gentlemen, we have for you Bar Bar Dekho and Yado Ki Barat in typical Shillong Chamber Choir style, arranged by our very own Uncle Neil. In fact, all the songs that we will be performing for you this evening have been arranged by Mr. Neil Nonkanri. Enjoy.
बार बार देखो, हजार बार देखो कि देखने की चीज है हमारी।
हमारा दिल रुबा ताल हो ताल हो ताल हो हाँ जी हाँ और भी होंगे दिलदार यहाँ लाखों दिलों की बहार यहाँ पर ये बात कहा Come on boys हाँ जी हाँ और भी होंगे दिलदार यहाँ लाखों दिलों की बहार यहाँ पर ये बात कहा ये बेमिसाल हुस्न लाजवाब ये अदा ताल हो ताल हो ताल हो
It's wonderful, it's marvelous. You should care for me. It's awful nice, it's paradise. It's what I love to see. My life's so glamorous. He claims you can't blame me for feeling amorous. Oh, it's wonderful, it's marvelous, but you should care for me.
हज़ार बार देखो कि देखने की चीज है हमारा दिल रुबा ताल हो 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 दिल मिला एक जान में फिर मिला यार चिराग मंजिल मिला ये न पूछो के कहा Come on now दिल मिला एक जान में फिर मिला यार चिराग मंजिल मिला ये न पूछो के कहा नया नया आशिकी के राज है मेरा ताल हो ताल हो ताल हो Are you all enjoying yourselves this evening? Thank you. So warm. Thank you so much. हज़ार बार देखो कि देखने की चीज है हमारा दिल रुबा ताल हो You should care for me ताल हो चूरू चूरू ताल हो Thank you. बारात निकली है आज दिल के द्वार सपनों की शहनाई बीते दिनों को पुकारे दिल के द्वार
lot of non-musical parallel cinema was made in the 80s. Interestingly, this was also the decade that a non-film album by a non-Indian singer was a big hit. It was Disco Diwani by Pakistani singer Nazia Hassan. When this 15-year-old lent her voice to the delectable Zinat Aman in the film Qurbani, she became the first Pakistani and the youngest singer to win a Filmfare Award.
People everywhere, a sense of expectation hanging in the air. Giving out a spark across the room, your eyes are glowing in the dark. And here we go again, we know the start, we know the end. Masters of the sea, we've done it all before, and now we're back to get some more. You know what I mean. People everywhere, a sense of expectation hanging in the air. Giving out a spark across the room, your eyes are glowing in the dark. And here we go again, we know the start, we know the end. Masters of the sea, we've done it all before, and now we're back to get some more. You know what I mean. जैसा कोई मेरी जिंदगी में आए तो बात बन जाए, हो बात बन जाए। आप जैसा कोई मेरी जिंदगी में आए तो बात बन जाए, हो बात बन जाए। इसको दीवाने Disco Divane, Disco Divane, Disco Divane, हमारी आवाज़ मोहब्बत का साथ आओ सजा लेंगे झूमे कदम
In the 90s, we got Dolby. It was cinema's age of new technology, corporate investment, and Govinda. And apart from a few romantic hits, it was the age of action films. But out of this era emerged the music of a man sitting here before us today. Ladies and gentlemen, the applaudable Mr. A.R. Rahman. From his debut, Roja, we have this precious gem.
दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा मस्ती भरी की भोली सी आशा चांदतारों को छूने की आशा आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा मस्ती भरी की भोली सी आशा चांदतारों को छूने की आशा आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा
दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा
The songs we've chosen from the current decade are from films rooted in our culture, yet global and timeless. Each is about a philosophy of life, starting with that of a charming superstar in a love story winged by tragedy.
it's always there. How long does it last? Can love be measured by the hours in a day? I have no answers now, but this much I can say. I know I'll need her till this love song burns away. And she'll be there.
सी हंसे.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank IFFI for having us here this evening. It's been memorable, really, to perform in front of all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the warmth. Thank you. Thank you. And before we end, there's nothing more magical in this country than movies and their music.
ये गुलसिता हमारा हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा. आशाएं 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 खिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसी दिल की. अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी. आशाएं मज़हब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर रखना. मज़हब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर रखना. हिंदी है हम, हिंदी है हम, हिंदी है हम, हिंदी है हम.
Where the mind is without fear, where the head is held high, where knowledge is free, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake.
मोहे मोहे तो रंग दे बसंती, 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 मोहे रंग दे बसंती, मोहे रंग दे बसंती, मोहे रंग दे बसंती.
May we also invite the Honorable Minister of State, Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, Colonel Rajavardhan Rathore, on stage to felicitate them.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you very, very much.
Colonel Rathore, could you remain on stage, please? And I request the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Shri Lashmikant Parsekar, to please join us on stage, sir. You know, at the film festival, people gather, they meet, they exchange ideas, they make friends, they have projects. Everyone has a wonderful time. But there's one group of people that work really, really hard. who sit and watch many, many films, sometimes in theaters, sometimes on DVDs in their rooms, sometimes wherever they can find.
Suha Araf, director, screenwriter, and producer, Palestinian-based in Israel. Julia Jentsch, actor, Germany. Yuan Q-Wan, director, South Korea. And our very own Shekhar Kapoor, filmmaker and chairperson, jury, IFFI 2015.
Everybody on stage, please. The picture would not be complete without you there, Shekhar. Join the jury. What a beautiful trophy this is. The Peacock Trophies.
Symbol of IFFI 2015.
And the national bird of India, whose glorious plumage everyone takes home with a very special memento of this occasion, IFFI 2015. And there's more goodies, I
More
believe.
presents coming, more presents coming.
If he's going, but Christmas is coming.
You have to tell us what's inside that. And flowers.
The guest is God, you can see. We shower them with gifts. So a group picture for the record for everybody. Wonderful, wonderful. A big hand for everyone. Thank you, the
Thank
jury,
you.
for all the hard work you put in.
Thank you to our minister and our esteemed members of the jury. We'd like to request Shekhar to stay back with us tonight to tell us who are the awardees of this festival.
And the rest of you gentlemen can return, and ladies can return to your seats.
Thank you very much.
To enjoy the proceedings as we move forward.
Do you want me to help you?
अब वक्त है IFFI 2015 की felicitation ceremony का. The verdict is in. The juries have decided who are the winners of this competition. And our first award is a special mention. Kabir.
Can we ask Shekhar to say a few
But
words?
before that, hold on. Shekhar.
Why all your life you've cut me in here? Kabhi to sudhar jaye, yaar. I know we are friends.
दोस्त किस बात का हुआ? Shekhar, sorry.
Okay,
it's
no,
your
it's
turn
fine,
to
it's
speak
fine.
before I
just
call.
I have a few messages from the jury that they want to say to everybody.
Please.
First, they want to thank the state of Goa and the government of Goa and IFFI because they had a brilliant time. So thank you very much, Goa. They unanimously felt that they've never been so welcome in a state, in a city, as they have felt in Goa. So you guys did a beautiful job. Thank you, sir. Sir, it's your state, and we felt wonderful. Please welcome us back again. The second, no, Kabir, we didn't watch any films on DVD. We sat in a theater day after day, day after day. And you know, the jury takes their job very seriously because we feel responsible for the filmmaker. Every filmmaker has given his or her life to a film. You know, you're a filmmaker, so we create films out of nothing. We dream, we create something in the sky, and we hope and we try hard that something in the sky becomes a reality, and we give our life for it. For films that are made and films that are not made. And therefore, when we watch a film, we try and understand why the director made that film, what was the purpose of that film, what they understood. But there's something, it's very difficult to not bring yourself to the film. Between prejudice and judgment, there's a very fuzzy line. We try not to be prejudiced, but we are grown-up people, we have to bring ourselves. So the jury argued, and if they didn't argue, it was my job to make them argue so that everybody looked at every part of the film. So we did not make the decision easy. We worked very, very hard. So thank you, jury. Thank you for your hard work. And thank you to all the filmmakers that gave these wonderful films. I'm going to talk a little bit more, Kabir, so you have to give me a little time. So, the other thing the jury wanted to say is that nowhere else in the world have they seen such respect for directors. They were amazed at the number of people that came. Everywhere they went, the halls were full. So IFFI, you're doing a wonderful job. But they were amazed. Every day they would come to me and said, Sheikh Abri, you're amazed. Nowhere in the world do audiences love directors as much. They love actors. So here's what you do. If you ever see me with the jury member, quickly come and ask for my autograph, or quickly come to me and show them how much respect you have for me. Would you do that? Yeah, thank you. Rahman, they do that to you anyway. I have to ask for it. All right. Let's start with the announcement. Some of these names are really difficult. Now, I've been in festivals, I've been awarded, and the number of times I've not even understood when my name has been announced. I can't. So please forgive me, whoever is here, if I can't pronounce the name properly. I've tried very hard, but nobody can tell me. Michael Radford, if I get it wrong, can you shout? Where are you? Show me where you are. Yeah, just shout from there, okay? Thank you. All right.
Let's press on with the awards. The first award of the evening is a special mention. Could you give us the name of this?
Yeah, this award was not present in the initial idea. They didn't ask us to give a special mention. But when you fight very hard over some films, and some films in that fight, in the thing, and in personal ideas and prejudice miss out, so we decided to give the film Enclave a special mention. And the special mention goes out to Goran Radovojevic for Enclaves for its sensitive, human, and gripping treatment of ethnic relationships in Kosovo. I got that right? So it was brilliantly told because right now in the world, the ethnic conflicts that are going on are so immense. And this film to us brought forward in a very simple, very emotional, and a very cinematic way, showed us the buildings of those ethnic conflicts. So, yes.
Let's have a look at his work before we invite him on stage.
Како транспортеру? Да се чуе кај ти качам. Чуе се. Може да питаш вани каде се ми возимо? Вама то не треба. Зашто? Се шиптари. Па рецимо да сме Срби. Кој те башки? Башки ние на човек што сте му убили отца. Никога не сум убил.
Special Mention Award at the 46th edition of International Film Festival of India goes to Goran Radovinovich for the film Enclave.
We'd now like to invite on stage Srimati Manju Bohra and CEO Entertainment Society of Goa, Ameya Abhyankar, to felicitate our winner, Goran Radovabovic.
Thank you.
He would like to say something.
Yes, please.
No, thank you. I had a really two great screenings, like in my own country and like in Moscow, where the film started its international career. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations, Goran.
We move on to our next award for Best Actor Male. Shekhar, could we have the winner? Do you have the
Yes.
envelope?
The winner for the Best Actor Male is Vincent London for the beautiful subtlety and restraint of his performance in the film Measure of a Man. It was such a subtle film telling a very subtle story with a very subtle performance. But in that very understated, subtle performance, Vincent just took the whole film and told us a much, much deeper and moving story without doing very much on screen. So for that, we have given him Best Actor.
Let's see the work of Vincent Lindon.
Est-ce que vous avez envisagé la vente peut-être de l'appartement?
Oui, mais c'est non.
C'est non? Et bah, pour quelle raison?
Ça serait comme si tout ce qu'on avait fait, ça avait servi à rien.
Donc au niveau des hôtesses, tu zoomes bien pour voir si elles scannent tous les articles, vu qu'il n'y a pas eu beaucoup de départs en pré-retraite, donc il essaye de virer du personnel.
Voilà, chacun choisit ce qu'il veut faire. Moi, je pense que pour ma santé mentale, je préfère tirer un trait, passer à autre chose. Est-ce que ça fait de moi un lâche?
Bon, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Thierry, vous confirmez?
The Best Actor Award at the 46th edition of International Film Festival of India goes to Vincent Lindon for the film The Measure of a Man.
To give this award, we'd like to invite Sri Damodar Nayak, Vice Chairman, Entertainment Society of Goa, and Sri Bharat Bala, member of the Core Steering Committee, IFFI. Vincent unfortunately could not make it this evening, so we'd like to invite Martin Arman on stage to collect the award on his behalf.
Good evening. I would just like to say a word on behalf of Vincent Lindon, who could not be with us tonight, but he wants to express his very deep gratitude to IFFI and to the Dream members. He's extremely happy and honored. Thank you very much.
We will move on to our next award for the Best Actor Female. And the winners are?
Okay, this was a tough one. All the jury is laughing right there, sitting there. We fought, argued for days on this film. And we went up and we down, and finally we decided to get the best actor female to this film. But here comes the rub. It's not to one female, one actor, it's to 5. There are 5 actors in this film that, you know how sometimes, Kabir, in a film, people bounce off each other?
Yes.
And in this, all the 5 are constantly bouncing off each other, much better than any political party can. They were bouncing off each other so well and so brilliantly that the film, whenever they were together, the film was coming alive. It was terrific, and the energy was amazing. So we said, we'll give it to all 5. I cannot pronounce these names, so I will ask whoever comes onto stage. I'll try. Do you want me to try?
Yes, of course.
All right. Here are the winners. Gunis Sensoy. Right. Doga Dugusulu. Right. Tugba Sunguru Gulu. Almost. Okay. Elit Sultan. Absolutely right. And Liada Akdogan.
Well done.
Well, see, applause for me to get the names right, right? Thank
And
you.
let's carry the applause forward as we look at the marvelous work of these lovely ladies.
Her şey göz açıp kapayana kadar değişti. Önce rahattım. Ve birden her şey boka sardı.
Herkesin diline düşürdünüz bizi. Düşürtülmüşsünüz.
Ve bu beşimizin son defa birlikte oluşuydu.
Best Actor Female Award at the 46th edition of International Film Festival of India goes to Huini Shinsoy, Donga Dongoslu, Tugba Songuroglu, Alit Iskan, Ilaita Aktogan for the film Mustang.
We'd now like to invite on stage Shri R.K. Srivastava, Honorable Chief Secretary, Government of Goa, and Shri A.K. Bir, along with Erdal Sabri Ergen, the Consulate General of Turkey in Mumbai, to receive the award on the winner's behalf.
How are the 5 ladies going to share that award? They need 5.
Yes, maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe if we can send 5 awards
Yes.
to each of the winners.
Perfect pronunciation. Thank you very much. And Governor, Chief Minister, thank you very much for your hospitality. This movie has been very successful and we're very happy with it. It carries the message of Turkey towards India and interaction. Thank you very much.
I know this award was for the Best Actor Female, but let me say, maybe I'm an old-fashioned guy, but for me, the word actress had a special magic to it. And for me, the Best Actress Award always sounds better than Best Actor Female. Forgive my prejudices, but I had to say it at IFFI 2015.
Well, we won't make any comments. We'll just carry on. Thank you. The next award is the very coveted award, the Special Jury Award, which Shekhar we're all very, very keen and excited to know about. So could we have the name for that award?
The winner of the Special Jury Award is a film called Sealed Cargo, directed by Julia Vargas. And we're giving it for its humanity, its original humor in telling an important and absurd political story. It's an absurdist film, but it was so entertaining. It was one of the films, we were so tired after watching these films, and normally you say, okay, you know, this was the one film all the jury said, oh, this could go on. We could go on watching it. It was such a fantastic, and because it had the energy of humor, but was telling a really important story. It was brilliant, so.
Big compliment. Let's have a look at this wonderful film.
Estoy de salida, ¿sí?
Sí, pero yo quiero saber de mi hijo.
No se preocupe, la prensa exagera. Ya hablé con la comandancia.
Sí, pero aquí dice otra cosa.
¡Tierra! Necesitamos alimento con urgencia. ¡Órdenes! Además, avisar que hay una baja. ¡Muerto! ¿Dónde está?
Special Jury Award at the 46th edition of International Film Festival of India goes to Julia Vargas for the film Sealed Cargo.
We'd now like to invite Sri Sunil Arora, Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and Srimati Vani Tripathi, Tikku, a member of the core steering committee, on stage along with the winner, Julia Vargas. Welcome.
It has been a long journey for this film to get here, and I thank IFFI Festival for the opportunity to show this film as in a world premiere. This award is a great encouragement for me as an independent, low-budget filmmaker, and for all our team in Bolivia and Venezuela that I recall very grateful at this moment. It also validates a subject that is still concerning all of us, the problem of the toxic waste traffic that is making our country's garbage disposals. I thank you very much, the jury, for this award.
We were all debating what the budget of the film was. We'd like to know.
The what?
The budget of the film, what was it?
The budget was bigger, but we finished it with around about 500,000, counting work that maybe we didn't pay everybody, and money. It's about 500.
That's amazing. That's pretty amazing. The scale of the film is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Our next award is for Best Director.
The best director goes to a director that I have followed even from the time that I was not a director. When I was still an accountant and a filmmaker, I used to watch his films. It goes to Peter Greenway for his amazing film, Einstein in Guanajuato. Right? And it's just for his innovative personal vision and his unequaled mastery of cinematic expression. Peter Greenway has always been a master of cinematic expression, and this film is no different, but it's the way he treats his camera, his visuals, the way he tells a story, the way he keeps you getting engrossed. And you can't, you just are, if I were to use the word blown away, you're just blown away by his cinema, by his cinematic technique. So I was so hoping to give him a hug. I've never met him, but I've always followed him. But unfortunately, Peter is not here.
We saw some of it. It looked absolutely stunning. Beautiful images. Could we have a look at a clip from it, please?
Jorge Palomino Cañedo. Bienvenidos.
Cañedo is my official Guanajuato guide.
I have got everything that I desired.
You have 20 days left on your visa, Mr. Eisenstein.
We have to bring this thing to an end. What Mr. Kimbrough is this thing? What the hell does he know about film production? Salud!
10 days that shook the world. The Best Director Award at the 46th edition of International Film Festival of India goes to Peter Greenaway for Einstein in Guanajuato.
We'd now like to ask the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Sri Lakshmikant Parsekar, to please come on stage along with Mr. Sudhir Mishra, a member of the core steering committee of IFFI on stage. Peter is busy with another project and hence could not be here today. We'd like to request the producer of the movie, San Fu Malta, to join us on stage and collect the award on Peter Greenway's behalf.
Thank you very much for inviting the film to your festival, your beautiful festival. Never been to Goa. It's a beautiful city, it's a beautiful festival. And Peter would have wanted to be here, but he's shooting at the moment. It was quite an effort to make this film. You know, it's even though it's Peter's homage to one of the greatest filmmakers of this time, the Russian director Sergei Eisenstein. And because it was a love story, it was a bit of a problem to get it made. But we did, and we're very happy. Peter wrote a short letter of thanks and for explaining why he couldn't be here. Dear loving Nong Mai Tien, I'm very well pleased to receive the award for Best Director for Eisenstein in Guanajuato at your festival. It's an honor and a great pleasure for me, and I would have loved to come and receive the award in person, but Monday, 30th of November is the very first day of principal photography on my new feature film on the Romanian sculptor Brancusi, called Walking into Paris. We are filming in the mountains of Switzerland, so hélas, I'm afraid I cannot be present on the closing night of your festival. I have to say this with great regret, but I'm certain you will understand the circumstances. I thank you again for the honor, wishing you all an exciting last night of your festival. This is Peter Greenway, signed Peter Greenway. Thank you.
Thank you.
For those that are lovers of film, Eisenstein, who was one of the great filmmakers of all time, and did Battles of Potemkin, went to Mexico, to make a film, which he never completed. Sounds like my story. Okay. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So it's about Eisenstein's uncompleted film that never finished.
But he went on to make Ivan the Terrible and all those other great films.
Yeah.
After that.
No, he never made a film after that.
Really?
No.
Okay.
And this film, he shot, they say, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of feet that have never been edited. The footage is still lying there and nobody's edited it.
Amazing.
They say that he fell in love and realized that love was more important than making films. I don't know if all the filmmakers agree, but that's what happened to him.
Right.
May we request Sri Parsekar ji to please come back on stage? I'm so sorry. I wanted to tell you to stay on through that ceremony. To give away the next award, which is for one of the most, I would say, awaited awards in a festival, the Best Film of IFFI 2015. And the winner will be given by Shekhar.
All right. The winner for the best film is Embrace of the Serpent, for its extraordinary originality, the power of its storytelling, and the uniqueness of its vision. Yeah, it's a stunning film. I think we all came out quite taken aback. It's about what we are doing to our nature, what we're doing to our forests, but it is told through the stories of the indigenous people and some writers that went earlier on this century and wrote what they saw. And the whole story is woven through that. And you come out, and it's just a completely different way of using cinema to talk about something that's really important. It was, we all came out and couldn't speak to each other after the film. It was so amazing.
We saw some of it again. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Brilliant. Let's take a look at Embrace of the Serpent.
Did you die, baby? Hisuna nahitaitu.
Acá ese dinner.
¡Colombiano!
Vosotros habéis portado el diablo a la comunidad.
Lo muere.
This is madness.
¡Eu sou a Messia, o Redentor dos sitios! ¡Déjate! ¡No hay más ni al infierno, no!
Best Film Award at the 46th edition of International Film Festival of India goes to Embrace of the Serpent.
Looks absolutely brilliant. May we also request the Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajavardhan Rathore, to also come back on stage. Unfortunately, the director of the movie, Ciro Guerra, and the producer, Cristina Gallego, could not be here today with us. So we'd like to invite the art director of the movie, Ramses Benjuama, to come and collect the award on their behalf. We'd also like Shekhar to do the honors.
Thank you. We request you to remain on stage, sir, Parsekar ji and Colonel Rathore. Shekhar, it's been a great pleasure having you on stage. You've been wonderful, but we want to hear from the winner or the recipient or the art director who's receiving the award on behalf of the winner.
Okay.
No hablo muy bien inglés, entonces mi amiga Patricia hará las veces de traductora. Pero no es más.
I wish to thank the entire organization of IFFI for their work in creating cultural bridges with the rest of the world. I also wish to thank those far away from here who worked so hard for me to be present, Momeen and Josephine. I am grateful to have been selected to represent the film Embrace of the Serpent by its producer Christina and director Ciro. It has been a wonderful journey which has exposed me to experiences which reflect the magic and the mystery of other peoples and nations. Christopher Columbus embarked on an adventure by the oceans to discover an India filled with spices and exotic treasures. Instead, he reached America, bursting with other riches. Our movie, which took us on a grand journey via the mighty Amazon, has brought us to India. In my case, I am now able to cry out, like Columbus, land, land, as well as water, water, because it is water which unites us all via the oceans. In the film, the two explorers, Theo and Evans, travel up the river in an odyssey to encounter Karamatkate, the last survivor of his tribe. He reflects all the magic and wisdom of the ages. This ancestral wealth and richness is fading slowly with time, and we as filmmakers sought to immortalize it through our film. Long live and long life to good Colombian films. Long life to IFFI. Thank you.
Thank you.
We thank Shekhar and the jury for the extraordinary work they did in selecting the winners. Congratulations, sir. And we'd really like to really salute what they have done in making a difficult decision, but one I'm sure that's widely popular with all of IFFI 2015. Now, for the first time in India, the International Film Festival India, in collaboration with the International Council for Film, Television and Audiovisual Communication, Paris, is presenting the special ICFT prize consisting of the UNESCO Fellini Medal awarded to a film which reflects the ideals promoted by UNESCO.
The jury for this particular award consisted of eminent film personalities and UNESCO officials. We'd like to invite the ICFT UNESCO officials on stage to confer this award.
Mr. Philippe Queneau, UNESCO Assistant Director General for Social and Human Sciences, and Ms. Lola Poggi Goujon, Secretary General of ICFT, Italy. They will announce the award and then declare who is the winner of the award.
So the jury's motivation about giving this prize were numerous. First, it recognized that the film that was awarded the prize showed the role of cinema in society, and particularly its function as a memory. And also, starting from a local situation, a very local situation, the film succeeded in reaching a universal appeal, a universal meaning, thus corresponding to the fundamental ideals of UNESCO. So, the winner is Cinema Voila by Kaushik Ganguly.
Cinema Vola by Kaushik Ganguly.
Could we have the winner on stage, please, to collect his award?
Congratulations. Congratulations, Kaushik Ganguly, on winning the ICFT prize consisting of the UNESCO Fellini Medal. This is an extraordinary honor for an Indian filmmaker. A big hand for Kaushik Ganguly, please. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank IFFI 2015 and UNESCO Fellini Award Committee and jury members for recognizing our effort. This is a new arrival in our country, so I'd like to share this with my family, with my producers, Sri Venkatesh Films, and with all cinema wallahs around the country, all my colleagues and technicians. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. Before we call our chief guest on stage, a guest who has rocked the music world from Bollywood to Hollywood with his music, has legions of fans around the world. Let's take a look at a short film on a man who's already an iconic legend.
वो आदमी वो जो मैजिक है उसका नाम ए आर रहमान है. He is filled to the brim with so much more music in him even now.
And the Oscar goes to A.R. Rahman.
Honorary Doctor of Music degree.
He writes melodies in a way that a Western composer can't.
He doesn't do what you tell him, because it'd be rubbish if he did, but he interprets it.
Roja was just possibly the window, that's all. It was nothing more than that. He would have anyway been where he is now.
Very big round of applause to someone who is the creative heart of modern Indian music, a genius who's won more awards than he can remember, including an Oscar. Our chief guest for tonight, Mr. A.R. Rahman.
welcome.
Thank you so much. Such a great honor. Honorable Governor, Honorable Chief Minister, all dignitaries. I've been really, really fascinated by the way IFFI is being handled in Goa. And I saw some interviews on TV too. All the directors, one director from Pakistan saying that I've never had such a reception ever in my life. So thank you for hosting it so beautifully, Chief Minister. And being a fan of world cinema, Hollywood, Indian cinema, and everything, I feel that what I was going around the world, cinema theaters have become the modern shrine of unity. And all this stuff is amazing. And I hope better things happen and people come up with great cinematic, humanitarian movies which can unite the world, and also spreading culture and making us understand the commonality of consciousness. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'd love you to stay and sing something, actually. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. What a guy, firing on all cylinders, making India proud. Now we have a very different kind of award. An award that felicitates cinematic legends for their achievements, for their lifetime achievements. We are blessed to be in the company of such legends this evening, which is what makes IFFI 2015 such a momentous occasion.
हम जो इंडियन सिनेमा और वर्ल्ड सिनेमा का हिस्सा हैं, जब ऐसे किसी शख्स के साथ मिलना होता है, so we feel very, very special and very, very honored.
IFFI 2015 honors one such legend with a Lifetime Achievement Award. Let's take a look at his legendary work.
A story is only as good as its storyteller. And a storyteller only as good as his eye for a story. The world of cinema is honored to have one such storyteller. A man with larger-than-life imagination. A man whose every narrative is a revelation. Nikita Mikhalkov, winner of world's most prestigious accolades like People's Artist of the USSR, the Golden Lion for Close to Eden, Cannes Grand Prix, Burned by the Sun, Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film, Burned by the Sun, State Prize of the Russian Federation, Golden Eagle Award for Best Motion Picture, Sunstroke, Legenda number 17. Born in 1945, studied acting at the Moscow Art Theatre and later at Shukhin School of Vakhtangov Theatre. His romance with cinema began with One Step Through Moscow as an actor. Which slowly grew deeper with his inclination towards direction. His films weren't just collection of events, but narratives of universal appeal. His films didn't just do well at the box office, but won hearts across geographical and ideological barriers. His journey from One Step Through Moscow to the Counselor of State, from being the head of jury at Berlin International Film Festival to being a slave of love of his audience, Nikita Mikhalkov has always tried to depict a portrayal of the present. As we celebrate his 70th birth anniversary, we also await more cinematic gems from this great. A visionary, a storyteller, a dreamer. Ladies and gentlemen, the International Film Festival of India is proud to honor the legendary filmmaker Nikita Mikhalkov with the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Mikhalkov.
आज इस लाइफटाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड को देने के लिए स्टेज पर प्लीज स्वागत कीजिए ऑनरेबल गवर्नर ऑफ गोवा, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, श्रीमती मृदुला सिन्हा, ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ गोवा, श्री लक्ष्मीकांत पार्सेकर, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट फॉर इंफॉर्मेशन एंड ब्रॉडकास्टिंग, कर्नल राज्यवर्धन राठौर, and our chief guest, our very special guest, Shri A.R. Rahman.
We are felicitating Nikita Mikhalkov for winning the Lifetime Achievement Award.
IFFI 2015.
Again, Nikita Mikhalkov.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, my English not so good, and I prefer to speak Russian with Yana's help. You know, для меня Индия счастливая страна.
For me, India is very happy country.
40 лет назад
40 years ago,
мой первый фестиваль в моей жизни
my first festival in my life
с моим первым фильмом
with my first movie,
был в Нью-Дели.
it was in New Delhi.
У меня ощущение, что я тогда уснул,
I felt like I fell asleep then
проснулся через 40 лет
and woke up 40 years later
и получаю приз за мою карьеру опять в Индии.
and getting award for my career, which I slept.
Индия потрясающая страна
India is wonderful country
и очень добрая страна.
and very kind.
Я первый раз в жизни вижу, что мы на фестивале призы давали всему жюри.
First time in my life I see that the prizes would be given to the everybody in jury members.
Я хочу работать в жюри индийского фестиваля.
I also would like to be a jury
Потому что приз получаешь сразу.
because you're getting prize right away.
Индийское кино в
Indian
нашей
movie
стране было очень популярно.
in our country was very popular.
С моего детства я помню, вот это я все помню.
I remember from my childhood.
Если бы Радж Капур хотел бы в то время стать президентом России, он бы стал.
If Raj Kapoor would wanted to be president of Russia, he would have been it.
А теперь
And now,
одна серьезная вещь.
one very serious thing.
Проработав в кино 40 лет,
I was working in the cinema for 40 years.
вот здесь, в Индии,
And here in India,
я опять пришел к выводу,
I came to conclusion again
что в наше жестокое время
that in our cruel times,
прав один русский монах.
one Russian monk is right.
Он сказал,
He said,
жестокая правда без любви есть ложь.
cruel truth without love is a lie.
Я очень верю в то,
And I believe in it,
что какую бы правду мы ни говорили в нашем кино,
It doesn't matter what truth we're trying to present in our movies.
Страшную правду.
Terrible truth.
Но она должна быть с любовью.
It has to be presented with love.
И это я в Индии видел. Это я в Индии видел.
And that's what I've seen in India.
За любовь!
For love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nikita Mikhalkov, thank you very much and congratulations, sir.
Many congratulations.
Yes, only Colonel Rathod, please remain on stage. As we'd like you to share a few words with us.
Namaskar, good evening. Saglank Yovkar Goa. Goa is an international destination. It's one of the most preferred places for holiday, not just because it's beautiful, but because the people here are beautiful. And thank you so much, Goa, for being what you are. We, from the central government and the Information and Broadcasting Ministry, are so proud to be associated with the state of Goa for conducting the International Film Festival here in your state every year, year after year. Amongst us present today, a lady who has 40 books to her credit, Honorable Governor of Goa, Srimati Mridula Sinha ji, the heartbeat of Goa, the Chief Minister, Sri Lakshmikant Parsekar ji. You know, when the state and the center try and work together to conduct an event, it can be like a three-legged race. But thanks to the Chief Secretary of Goa, Mr. Srivastav, and the Secretary of Information Broadcasting Ministry, your fabulous coordination together made sure that this was a smooth run for the last 10 days here. Congratulations for that. I know both of you have worked very hard for it. When you say Jai Ho, there's only one name that comes to your mind, and thank you so much, Mr. Rahman, to be here today. Your name itself unites India. We have with us, of course, a Lifetime Achievement Awardee. He's head of the Russian Cinematographers Council, Mr. Nikita Mikhalkov. Thank you so much for being here with us as well. The chairman of the jury, who I believe have had a tough time going through the variety of movies and selecting the right ones, as was brought out by Mr. Shekhar Kapoor. Mr. Shekhar Kapoor himself, a renowned actor, producer, director, films like Bandit Queen, Elizabeth, The Golden Age, and many more to come, if I may say. Thank you so much for being here as well. Thank you so much for the entire jury, the international, the Indian panorama, all the jury members who've come from far places and have given their best. Thank you also for the Entertainment Society of Goa, the national and international filmmakers who are here today, the producers, the dignitaries, the audience. Each one of you has made the last 10 days successful. The statistics itself is staggering. 720 films came as the initial entries, of which about 300 were screened. There were 380 shows with 760 hours of film viewing, with about 8,000 delegates and about 80,000 tickets in the last 10 days. Congratulations, Goa, for making all this successful. The film producers, movie makers, storytellers, imaginative minds who all came from far and wide to Goa. Together, we shared the international cinema. We shared your stories. We learned from each other. And at the end of the 10 days, we realized that the joys, sorrows, pains, laughs, be it Indian cinema or be it any cinema in the world, is the same. Our caste, our religion, our color, our boundaries do not separate us as human beings. We realize we are one. We are one people in this world. And that's what makes this Indian cinema, this international cinema here, the IFFI, so unique. Thank you so much for making it so unique. In this IFFI, we also use the medium of new media to take the conversations between the experts to areas beyond Goa. We live streamed conferences, we live streamed their discussions, we used mobile applications to make it easier for the audiences to see the films. We also presented our National Film Heritage Mission. You know, when we take pictures, which we all do, and then when we see these pictures, after many months or sometimes many years, those pictures are even more sweeter. And so all the movies that have been filmed in India, who would have probably been lost because of the time and the wear and tear, the government of India has decided to restore them, digitize them, and you would be proud to know that about 1,300 films will be restored and 375 have already been restored. Indian cinema is even more unique. When we go to a theater, it can be our escape from the world. It can also be an inspiration for all of us. Each of the dialogues that you present there, each of the songs which you present there, the words stay with us. And we don't just watch them. Most of the times, we become part of the movie. We silently will the underdog in the movie, the man who's standing for truth, to win, to succeed. We are wonderful people in that regard. We become part of the film and we carry the success stories, we carry the message of the film when we go back into our lives. I think the power of cinema can be summed up in a simple sentence. When a young girl who came first time to Goa said, I want to know where Panjim is, because Panjim came in the movie Drishyam, sums it all up, that we see cinema so powerfully well that the stories remain with us and we want to see those places that have been seen, that have been shown in the cinema. We are very proud to be associated with the International Film Festival, and I can't thank the Chief Minister, Shri Parsekar Saab, the Entertainment Society of Goa, the Directorate of Film Festival of Information Broadcasting Ministry, the people of Goa, and last but not the least, the man who brought all this together here in Goa, Shri Manohar Parrikar. We thank you all for presenting to Goa the International Film Festival, and we will stand by you year after year, making this International Film Festival even better and better. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajvardhan ji, for those very rousing and meaningful words. Ladies and gentlemen, the curtains are finally coming down on IFFI 2015. But before we all go off for the screening of the closing film, I'd like to invite on stage for the vote of thanks the Director DFF, Shri C. Senthil Rajan. So may we request you to please come on stage.
As the Directorate of Film Festivals, of which Senthil Rajanji is the director.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After days of celebrating excellence in the world of cinema, it's time to bring the curtains down on the 46th edition of the International Film Festival of India. I would like to thank the Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting and Corporate Affairs and Finance, Shri Arun Jaitley, for inaugurating the 46th International Film Festival of India. I would also like to express my deep gratitude to him for his support in organizing the festival. I would also like to thank Sri Anil Kapoor and Sri A.R. Rahman for accepting our invitation to be the chief guests for the opening and closing ceremony. I would like to thank the Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajavardhan Rathore, who has been constantly guiding us through the year for organizing this festival, right from the beginning when he unveiled the IFFI regulations for this year at Cannes to the concluding program today. I would also like to thank the Honorable Governor of Goa, Srimati Mridula Sinha, Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Sri Lakshmakant Parsekar, Chief Secretary of Goa, Sri R.K. Srivastava, Vice Chairman, Entertainment Society of Goa, Sri Damodar Nayak, my colleague Ameya Abhayankar, CEO, Entertainment Society of Goa, for making the festival a true delight for film lovers and international dignitaries. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Sri Sunil Arora, for his support throughout this journey of organizing the biggest film festival of India. Without Sir's support, this festival would not have been possible, because in the last few days we had a lot of issues, but he took personal interest and resolved most of them for us. It was a great honor for IFFI to confer the Centenary Film Personality of the Year award to noted music composer Sri Ilayaraja. It is also a privilege to present this year's Lifetime Achievement Award to the legendary Russian filmmaker and director and actor, Mr. Nikita Mikhalkov. The presence of these cinema luminaries has enhanced the value of the festival. My biggest thanks goes to all the filmmakers, actors, producers who have reposed their faith in IFFI and sent their film entries and attended the film screenings and red carpet. I also express my heartfelt gratitude to the thousands of national and international delegates who have been visiting the festival over the years and are helping in making this festival a global film carnival. A special word of thanks to all our national and international jury members, along with our preview committee members, for helping us in choosing the best of cinema and personalities for the various awards. I congratulate all the winners of the festival, including directors, producers, and actors. Your vision of for cinema and dedication towards the art and craft of films will serve as an inspiration for other filmmakers. I would like to specially thank the steering committee members, Srimati Vani Tripathi, Mr. Sudhir Mishra, Mr. Bharat Bala, Ms. Bajju Bora, and Sri Siddharth Roy Kapoor for their valuable support to make the festival a grand success. I would also like to specially thank Mr. A.K. Beer, the chairperson of the technical committee, and our technical partners, Real Image, Pulse Electronics, and Society of Motion Picture and Television Engineers in ensuring a glitch-free projection throughout the festival. This year has seen the beginning of 2 new partnerships at IFFI. I would like to thank the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences USA for their support in organizing master classes. A special thanks to ICFT UNESCO for awarding a new prize, the Fellini Medal, for a film which promotes the ideals of UNESCO. Organizing such a grand event would not have been possible without the strong support of several government and private agencies, including Goa Police, Fire Service, Medical Service Officers, and staff of the Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Indoor Stadium, Transportation Service, school and college volunteers. My sincere thanks to all of you. I would also thank all the units of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, including Directorate of Advertising and Visual Publicity, Doordarshan, PIB, All India Radio, Films Division, Publication Division, and New Media Wing of the Ministry for supporting the Directorate in various activities related to the festival. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all members of my team DFF who have spent several hours working overtime over the last few months to ensure that this festival is a grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. As we come to the end of this enriching and wonderful experience of IFFI 2015, I thank you all for being here, and I hope that all of you, and more of you than are here, will come to IFFI 2016.
And now we'd like to invite you to the closing film, which is at Kala Academy, and it's Jai Ho to IFFI 2016. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. Have a lovely evening.
See great films, make great films. Good night, and have a safe journey home.